Hello everyone, welcome to What If Deku Was Betrayed and Trained by Stain, Garou, Zamasu and Madara movie. Before we start, please go support Ani Heroes 99 for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistaken characters' gender, but of course Deku is a male. Chapter 1. The Betrayal. All these events will happen after Deku defeated Overhaul and rescued Little Eerie. Also, instead of 3 years, it will be 5 years at UA. Monday 7 in the morning. It was a day like any other for our favorite green-haired boy. He had a beautiful girlfriend, Kendo. He had already mastered 50% of OFA, one for all. His teacher was very proud of him. He was becoming better friends with Bakugo. Nice, right? Except that everything was going to change that day. Izawa. Director Nezu, why are you together? A little sleepy. Nezu. It's about the UA traitor, he said with a sad tone. Endeavor. Speak up once and for all with a furious tone. Nezu put on a television a video in which the traitor of UA is seen, and it was none other than Izuku Midoriya. In the video, Izuku was seen giving information to Kurogiri about the students and teachers of UA. Kurogiri. I'm sure this is all the information, boy. Deku. Somewhat annoyed, yes, damn cloud with legs, I'm very excited to see the UA fall, and more so that stupid Almight. You know it's very easy to play innocent. The recording is cut off. Almight. That bastard, I trusted him with my power, and this is how he repays me. Right now I'll go arrest that scum too furious. Endeavor. You're such a fool, Toshinori, how can you believe a stupid video, especially if it's delivered by the League of Villains? Present Mick. That's impossible, he said, surprised and sad. Izawa. That bastard, he always went unnoticed, but now we know his truth. Angry the latter. Midnight. He must be locked up immediately. Nezu. Let's wait a little longer to see if they bring us more information. Almight. How does he want us to wait? There is Clearayu's traitor. Endeavor. I think that young Izuku Midoriya is innocent, since I have seen him try hard, and also All Might. It is very shameful of you to distrust your own disciple. Nezu. Okay, everyone, be quiet. Let's wait about 3 more days. During those days, Izawa, show the video to your students and see what they think. Izawa. Okay. Izawa would show all his students the video 2 days later. Many were angry and wanted to finish off Izuku, except for those I will write about below: Tenyu Iida, Kitsuki Bakugo, Shoto Todoroki, Achako Uraraka and Momoyoi Rozu. Bakugo. That video is a lie, Deku would never do something like that. Enki. How do you defend a traitor? Bakugo. I've known him since kindergarten, I've seen his attitude, and I'm sure Deku would never do that. Uraraka. Deku would never have saved me from that giant robot during the entrance exam. Iida. Since you guys are professionals, you believe a stupid video. If I were a villain, I would have let myself die at the hands of Stain. Momoyoi Rozu. Also, if he were a villain, he wouldn't have saved Kota from Muscular Yuiri from Overhaul. Kirishima. All those things Izuku did could have been planned by the League so that he would go unnoticed. At that moment Izuku Midoriya arrived and saw that many were looking at him with faces of hatred, except for those already mentioned. Izawa. Very well, my dear offspring, today we will review the theories of heroes. Izuku, go to the address of Director Nezu right now. In Izuku's head. Now what did I do to be called to Director Nezu's address? He was thinking that while he was on his way to the address of the academy, well, many of the students and teachers looked at him with hatred. Izuku. I'm here, Principal Nezu. At that moment he saw many teachers and professionals such as Cementos, Midnight, Present Mick, All Might, Endeavor, Hawks, and Nezu. Nezu. Young Midoriya knows why he's here. Izuku. No, getting more and more nervous. All Might. Stop lying, traitor. Izuku. Traitor. What are you talking about? And that Nezu would put the video where you see Izuku giving him information from the UA. Izuku. I'm not that one, it must be a trap from the League of Villains, I would never do that, sad and confused. While saying that he is brutally beaten by All Might. All Might. Shut up, damn traitor. I'll take you to Tartarus where you belong with the other villains. You're a disappointment to me. You don't deserve one for all. Those words made Izuku burst into tears since he didn't believe that his idol, his teacher, whom he considered a father to him, would betray him. Nezu approached Izuku and whispered in his ear, run as fast as you can. Izuku listened and ran, using everything he could have won for all. All Might. Shouting through the school megaphone, attention all students, the UA traitor, better known as Izuku Midoriya, is escaping. Those who catch him will pass the rest of the year. Then he saw how a horde of students approached Izuku and began to beat him. Denki electrocuted him. Tetsutetsu began to hit him until he broke 3 ribs. Kirishima hit him in the stomach that would make him spit blood. Jiro stunned Izuku with his jacks, leaving him very hurt. Tokoyami used a dark shadow and seriously damaged Izuku. Mina threw acid at him, melting almost his entire left arm. Aoyama used laser to seriously damage Izuku. Seiya used her tongue to throw him against a wall. Seiya used her tongue to throw him against a wall of the UA, leaving him very hurt. Kendo used her hands to crush him, breaking his arms. Aizawa threw his bandages at him and slammed him against the floor while stabbing him with a knife in the back. All Might also arrived and gave him a strong smash that made him spit blood. In that, Kendo approaches him and whispers in his ear. "Kendo. And to think that I fell in love with a traitor. At least Tetsutetsu is better than you, he makes me happy." At that moment Izuku felt an enormous sadness because the woman he loved, the one he swore to protect with his life, was unfaithful to him. "Izuku. I know I'm the traitor, Kendo, please help me." At that moment all the students would start hitting him harder to make him shut up. But instead of imprisoning Izuku, a stupid blonde said a better option. "Manama. Lord All Might, what if instead of locking him up, we throw him into the forest so he can be devoured by some animal or bleed to death?" All Might. "Good choice, young Manama, that will be better than locking him up, it will be less annoying." All Might at that moment gave Izuku a strong blow that sent him flying into the depths of the forest. All Might. "I congratulate you all for behaving like heroes, you defeated the UA traitor, great job." When he said the last thing, All Might received a very powerful explosion in the face. "Bakugo. Damn All Might bastard, how dare you kill your own disciple, whom you considered your son." All Might. "Shut up, young Bakugo, he deserved it." At that moment where Izuku fell, a purple portal would appear where the League of Villains would appear. Shigaraki. Who would have thought it, the next symbol of peace would be a traitor. Izuku. Damn Shigaraki, I know it was you who made the video, anyway, what do you want? Shigaraki. That you join us so we can defeat UA. Besides everything, I want you not to give out information about them. Izuku would refuse Shigaraki's requests. At that moment Dabi would start burning him. Toga would throw knives at him as if it were target shooting, only hitting non-vital points so that he wouldn't die, and there they would leave him even more injured than he was. Shigaraki. Well, we'll still take you with us to force you to give information. So the League of Villains took Izuku away to continue torturing him. Chapter 2: The Training. After being beaten by many of those he considered friends, teacher and mentor, after having been abandoned to his fate in a forest, a very badly injured and critically injured Izuku is seen. The League of Villains kidnapped Izuku to force information out of him. The League of Villains would catch Izuku like they had Bakugo when they kidnapped him. Shigaraki. Well, you better talk to me or we'll see the fun way to hit you, so start talking. Izuku. I already told you, Shigaraki, but I won't say anything, no matter what you do I won't talk. Shigaraki. I kind of expected it, Dabi, do your thing if you're so kind. Dabi. Okay. At that moment Dabi began to burn Izuku to make him talk, but no matter how much they wanted the green-haired man to not talk. Bullied UA. All Might. We did it, Director Nezu, young Izuku has been defeated and disappeared. Nezu. What do you mean, disappeared? Aizawa. What we did was hit him, and All Might was in charge of giving the final blow that sent young Izuku very far away. At that, Principal Nezu hit both of them on the head. Nezu. Are they idiots or what? How could they do something so terrible to a young man like him? All Might. But he's a monster, he betrayed us. Aizawa. It's the least a traitor like him deserves. Nezu. But he's just a young man, he didn't deserve all that, if they find him dead, they'll know who killed him. Thus 2 months of torture passed for Izuku, no matter how much they burned him, cut him or hit him, he didn't say anything, and Shigaraki got fed up, and leaving him more hurt than he was, they left him in the same place where they threw him. Shigaraki. I have to admit you've tried my patience, so buck you and I'll leave it at that. Shigaraki was already gone, and Izuku had no chance of living, but he was saved by someone who was considered a very powerful monster that could easily destroy everything. Damn, that idiot in a dog suit left me very hurt, the good thing is that I managed to escape before he caught me, he's going to pay me when I see him again. At that the mysterious person fixes his gaze on a lump that moved, but upon looking closely he realized that it was the young Izuku who was in very bad shape. Shit, what happened to that kid? He's still alive. Poking him with a branch. At that the person recognizes the boy and the academy where he went. Damn that stupid UA guy, for all I know he can buck off. And die. Izuku. Pila CKHPLP a DELP a DELP a DELH. And that the mysterious person remembers his past and how he was beaten by others. Damn, this time I'll make an exception. This way he would take the green-haired man home with his villain allies. This is where he lives. Damn sons of bitches, I'm back. Hello dear Garou, how was your day of evil? Garou. Damn, a guy dressed as a dog defeated me, luckily I managed to escape. The unknown person notices that Garou is bringing a student from UA. Why the hell did you bring a bucking UA student, specifically him? Garou. For some strange reason I was in the dying forest and you are also interested in Stain. Stain. Because of that son of a bitch they sent me to Tartars. Clarification, Stain managed to escape from Tartars along with others who will be presented, thank you. Garou. So this is the one who humiliated you, how pathetic you've become, old man. What's going on here, why so much noise? Why the hell is that brat here? He's the one who rescued that damn girl and ruined my plan. Garou. Calm down Chisaki, or you'll end up even more disabled than you already are. Let's get something clarified, there will be a lot of villains appearing here who will train Izuku to become the biggest asshole in the universe. Thanks. What the hell is that guy doing here? Garou buck you muscular bastard. Garou explained what had happened and how he found Izuku. Stain. It must have been that damn school, well we just have to wait for the boy to wake up. Damn humans, they are all despicable, except for some. Chisaki. Calm down Zamasu, it's because of that damn league of villains that they must have dealt with something. Garou. Chisaki, heal the brat, because I think he's dying. Chisaki okay. 2 hours passed and Izuku was already healed and bandaged up to his neck. Izuku starts to wake up. Garou. Shut up, damn it, it's starting to wake up. Izuku. What happened, where am I, why does my whole body hurt? At that Izuku began to remember what happened to him and was interrupted by Garou. Garou. Good morning brat, I welcome you to this little home and my name is Garou. Izuku began to tremble in fear upon seeing his previous enemies and upon meeting Garou. Izuku. Garou the hero killer, the human monster. Garou. That's it, a pleasure. Izuku. Nice to meet you, I'm Izuku, Stain, Muscular and Chisaki who aren't supposed to be in Tartaros. The 3. We escaped from Tartars and found this house. Zamasu. Hello Izuku, I'm Zamasu the Immortal. Izuku. You weren't supposed to be sealed and destroyed, apparently that was a lie. And then another guy comes down the stairs of the house. What the hell is going on here, I want to sleep damn it. Garou. Well, as you can see, he is Madara, the legendary warrior. Izuku. Hello Mr. Madara, nice to meet you. Madara. The pleasure is mine. Stain. Enough with the formalities, now it's up to you to explain to me what happened to you and why Garou found you in such a deplorable state. Izuku explained to them what had happened, how they betrayed him and beat him to the point of almost dying, and how the League of Villains kidnapped him and tortured him to make him talk. Stain. Those damn heroes, they only have students who will only be false heroes. Muscular. That's a lot for one day, kid. Garou. Damn shitty school, now I'm going to kill everyone. Izuku. Wait, Mr. Garou, don't do it. Zamasu. Why the hell not, they betrayed you, they turned their backs on you, they beat you to death, and the worst thing is that they left you in a forest with wild beasts because you want to continue being a hero. Madara. You are a strange boy. Izuku. Because I promised my mom that I would be a hero to save everyone with a bright smile, even being a person without a quirk, and I did not fail with my promises. All the villains were shocked by Izuku's response. Stain. You are a man of your word and that's why I will train you. Everyone else. Us too. Izuku. Thanks everyone, but what would you teach me? Garou. I will teach you martial arts, all my techniques, I will give you resistance to poison with the help of Chisaki, activate your predatory sense and your monster transformation. Chisaki. I will teach you about medicine, mental training, how to create poisons, and everything I can teach you. Zamasu. I will teach you everything about Kai, how to master it, manipulate it, teach you how to fly and teleport. Muscular. I will train your physique, I will make you resistant to very lethal attacks and have supernatural speed. Madara. I will teach you ninja techniques, I will give you my Sharingan, I will teach you Taijutsu, Jinjutsu, Infinite Tsukiyomi, Chakra control, and I will help you control the Susanoo. Stain. I will teach you boxing, karate, weapons handling, swordsmanship, and hand-to-hand combat. Izuku. When would my training start? Chisaki. Because of your situation, within a month. I'll train you too brat, ha 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 cough cough. Zamasu. With all due respect, old man, that you are going to teach him, you are already very old. Izuku. I recognize that laugh, are you Marshall D. Teach, the one who was defeated by Mugiwara Monkey D. Luffy? Teach. Don't even remind me of that horrible day, brat, I almost died, but I managed to survive his final attack, that bastard took my position as Pirate King. Izuku. Sorry for asking, but how are you going to train me if you are so old? Teach. I won't train you as such, but I will teach you to master the powers I'm going to give you. Izuku. What would those powers be? Teach. The power of darkness, absorb, attract objects towards you, the same darkness of my power disintegrates, so you can imagine how powerful you will become brat, and finally the strongest, the one to create tremors, it will seem like you break a window, but you would break an entire stadium, the hockey of armor and vision. Izuku. Wow, really thank you all. Garou. Well, brat, go to sleep so you can recover. Izuku would start to sleep and something would happen in his mind. Izuku. Where am I, what is this place? Welcome young Midoriya. I never should have entrusted one for all to Toshinori. Izuku. You are Nana Shimura, right? Nana. You got it right, boy. Izuku. I don't know the other one, who is he? Nana. He is the 7th bearer of One for All. 7th. Nice to meet you. Izuku. The pleasure is mine. Nana. We're going to train you to have 100% control of One for All. Izuku. Are you serious? Nana. Why would I lie to you? Izuku. Thank you all very much. At UA a small group of students was seen, those were Izuku's friends who were having lunch. Ichako. It can't be that I couldn't defend the person I love and most likely he's already dead, she said, shedding tears. Momo. Don't worry anymore, we will do everything possible to find the truth. Todoroki. I have to give my best since I owe him one for saving me from my traumas. Bakugo. Where could the damn nerd be? While in the House of Villains, the month had already passed. Garou. Brat wakes up. Izuku. I'm ready, sensei. All. Sensei. So 2 years passed in which Izuku became the strongest in the universe. He learned all the techniques and martial arts of Garou. He learned everything about creating medicine from Chisaki. He learned how to handle weapons from Stain. He learned how to handle ninja skills from Madara. He learned how to handle Kai with the bearers of One for All. He managed to master One for All 100% using black whips. He learned armor and vision hockey. As well as the powers of teach and regeneration from the 3rd bearer of One for All, he became very resistant to human weapons and deadly blows, such as the United States of Smash. Izuku's teachers. We have nothing more to teach you, we are proud of you with stars in our eyes. Izuku. It's all thanks to you. While at the UA. They suffered an attack from the UA, for which they were not prepared, the attack was very strong, with many casualties. Tamura. Hey Almight, how is your successor? He said mockingly. Almight. I don't care about that traitorous scum anymore. Tamura. He. Endeavor. That's so funny. Tamura. But you are all idiots since Izuku Midoriya was and will be innocent. Everyone was shocked and frozen by what the villain said, except for Izuku's friends who were happy since they were finally able to discover the truth. Tamura. And this is the evidence. Tamura put a video that was seen throughout UA, even on the news, it showed how they made the video to incriminate Izuku, and all those who beat him and accused Izuku of being a traitor froze and wanted to cry. Tamura. And this is not the end. Tamura played a video of how Izuku was tortured so that they would give them information about the UA. Everyone started to feel bad as they saw Izuku being tortured. Tamura. Wait, there's more. All. What? Tamura played a video of how they were trying to get information out of Izuku. Tamura. Come on, brat, give me the UA information. Izuku. I would never tell you anything, they will consider me a traitor, but I will never say anything. In that video you could see how Tamura tortured him to get information, but even if he didn't say anything, no matter how beaten and burned he was, he never said anything. Tamura. And that was only 2 months since he was not in the same place. Tamura. Well, we're retreating, but we'll come back and finish off all of UA. Everyone saw how a portal would open and all the villains would leave. Izawa. How could I have been so stupid? Young Midoriya always told the truth and I didn't believe him and I called myself a hero. Nezu. All students and teachers immediately search for young Izuku. So all the UA students, teachers and heroes would start looking for young Izuku for 1 month until they found the villain's house, and those who found the house were the group made up of Izawa, Midnight, Endeavor and Nezu. Garou. What do you need, gentlemen? Izawa. We are looking for this young man, he has been seen. Garou. Allow me a minute. Garou. Shit. Stain. What happened, why were you insulting the air? Garou. Izuku's teachers are starting to search for him and they are here. Chisaki. I'm here to help you find what you've invented. Garou. Pass. Zamasu. Nice to meet you, gentlemen. Izawa. The pleasure is mine. In changing the subject, do you know anything about young Izuku? Zamasu. Why are they looking for him? Izawa. He was shown to be innocent. Principal Nezu came out of Izawa's scarf. Nezu. Good gentlemen, I am the principal of UA school. Garou. Wow, talking mouse, I've seen it all. Endeavor. Wait a minute, I recognized you, you're the hero hunter Garou. In an instant the heroes were already surrounded by the villains, Mater and Stain were behind Endeavor, Aizawa was being held by Zamasu, Midnight tried to put them to sleep, but it didn't work. Garou. Gentlemen, I don't think you want to have a fight against us, and even less so in the way you're looking for. At that, a completely changed Izuku comes down. Izuku? What's going on, why so much noise? This is what it looked like. Izuku. And to think that they were never going to find me, anyway, they come to visit me. At that point the villains release the heroes and sit them on a chair. Nezu. We want him to return to UA to continue his studies and become a hero. Izuku. I accepted but with some conditions. Nezu. Whatever you want young Izuku, take it as an apology from me, whatever you want. Izuku. There will only be a few. 1. I want a gym for myself. 2. If someone were to bother me or hit me, I have every right to hit them. 3. I want to be free to go out whenever I want, but with someone to keep me company so I don't get suspicious. Nezu. All those requests can be fulfilled. Izuku picked up his things from the villain's house. Garou. Have a good time out there, brat. Zamasu. Give it your all. Madara. Become the hero you want to be. Izuku. Thank you sensei, he said relaxed. Stain. Show them that you're the strongest. Chisaki. Remember your promise, brat. Izuku. Hi. Part 3. Returning to UA. Izuku looked at the clothes he was wearing and saw that they were all torn and very dirty due to the fight he had with the other prisoners and guards. Izuku. Excuse me, Principal Nezu. Nezu. What's up young Izuku? Izuku. We could go through some clothes since the ones I have on are very dirty, torn and have a little blood on them. Nezu. Of course young Midoriya. Izuku. Thank you. Then the van stopped at a clothing store since they wanted to go unnoticed by many people because they didn't know that Izuku was alive. After buying clothes for Izuku, everyone headed straight to UA. Izuku. Excuse me Mr. Nezu. Nezu. What happened young Midoriya a little intrigued. Izuku. I'd like to be seen tomorrow to see what face all that bunch of idiots make. Nezu. Of course, but in the meantime, we'll take him to my office so he can spend the night there so his other colleagues don't notice. Izuku. Thank you very much Mr. Nezu. Everyone was surprised by the young man's courtesy. Endeavor. You're very polite for having been there for 2 years. Izuku. Of course, Phosphorus, one must be a gentleman above all else. Endeavor. Like you told me, damn brat. He said very angry. Izuku. You didn't hear, besides you're deaf, fo-for-I-twos. The others in the van in their minds, what balls. Endeavor. You're safe today, brat. I'm in a good mood. Izuku. Why, are you going out with the cannibal, Hawks? Endeavor. Damn brat he said angrily. Aizawa. Well Midoriya, tell us how it went with the villains. The others looked at Aizawa like, well are you stupid or what, man? Izuku sighed and told them everything. Everyone in the van was scared by 2 things the green-haired boy said, one was that he could beat Almight and the last was that Izuku could transform into a very powerful monster. Aizawa in his mind, young Midoriya, I am so proud and scared of you. Endeavor his mind. I want this brat to face me in a battle. Nezu in his mind. This young man may be the most powerful in UA. Midnight in his mind. This young man doesn't look bad at all, he looks quite mature and good while looking at Izuku. 2 hours passed and they arrived at UA as late as possible so that no one would notice, then Nezu prepared an improvised bed for young Izuku. Izuku. There was no need, Director Nezu. Nezu. Not at all, it's not very difficult to do. Nezu. You've been through a lot, but from now on I want you to know that I will support you in any way I can, young Izuku. Izuku. I am very grateful to you, Director Nezu. Nezu. It's nothing, see you tomorrow young Izuku. Izuku. See you tomorrow, Direct Nezu. Izuku got ready to sleep and was talking with the former carriers. Nana. Try hard young Izuku, it's not for nothing that I gave you my quirk. 7. Bear. I say the same, go and kick the shit out of all those who called you a traitor. 1 carrier. I think so much violence was not necessary. Izuku. Thank you all very much, I try my best. Nana. Also get yourself a good girl with a mischievous smile. Izuku. I prefer not to fall in love anymore so I don't suffer. Nana. Whatever you want, but I bet you'll fall in love again. The next day. Nezu. Good morning young Midoriya. Izuku. 1997, 1998, 1999 and 2000, good morning Principal Nezu. Nezu. I see that you are trying hard young Midoriya. Izuku. Garou-sensei taught me to be consistent in my training and overcome my limits. Nezu. Wants a cup of coffee. Izuku. With pleasure he said while eating a bread that Principal Nezu brought. Nezu. And get ready because it's almost time for school and have your PE uniform on. Izuku. Hi Director Nezu. Half an hour after breakfast Izawa would arrive at the 3A classroom to give them a warning. Izawa. Good morning my offspring, today I will give you a new notice, today a new student will be returning, you can come in. Mina. Who will be the new student? I hope he is handsome. Hagakure. I hope it's very attractive. Everyone was surprised that the new student who entered was none other than Izuku, but what surprised them most was his great change. Enki. What the hell is that traitor doing here again? He claimed angrily. Izuku. I came to be a hero, and why did you come to charge cell phones? Shoji. Aizawa-sensei, why do you let a traitor be here with us? Mina. Better back where you came from. Aizawa was about to scold them, but Izuku spoke up. Izuku. Look, you bunch of jerks, I'm letting you know that I'm not a traitor. 2. Whoever wants to have problems with me, come and I'll throw them into the ground. 3. If I wanted to, you'd all be dead if I were the traitor. The whole class was silent since the green-haired girl's words showed pure and wild hatred, but 6 people approached Izuku with tears in their eyes and enormous happiness to know that their friend was innocent, and these were Iida, Todoroki, Bakugo, Momo and Uraraka. The 5. Izuku Midoriya, shit Deku. The 5 people who believed in Izuku went to hug him and he received them with a very big hug. Momo. I thought you were already dead. She said crying profusely. Bakugo. Shit Deku, you only make me worry about you, but I'm glad you're okay, you damn bastard Deku. Iida. I knew you were innocent, Midoriya-san. I knew it. Uraraka. Izuku, forgive me for not defending you, I felt very weak. Izuku calmed his friends and continued with classes. That's when Almight walked in. Almight. I'm walking like a normal person and then I see Izuku. Almight. Why the hell is there a traitor in a classroom? Izuku stood up from his spot and began to release a monstrous aura. Izuku. Look pufferfish, for your own good, you better not face me since I am 100 times more powerful than you and I can kill you right now, emphasizing what he said with a psychopathic smile. Almight just kept quiet and continued training. Almight. Well, it will be an exercise of heroes versus villain, go put on your hero suit. Dodo's Minos Izuku. Hi. Everyone put on their hero costume, but they were all amazed by the costume Izuku was wearing. It was a suit just like her sensei Garou's, all the girls, plus Uraraka, were looking at her very flirtatiously and with a little blush since the suit highlighted her body. Uraraka. The suit looks good on you, Izuku-kun. She is very flirtatious with Izuku. Izuku. Thanks, I think. Almight. Well, this is how the confrontation will be. Everyone versus Izuku Midoriya. Izuku. I thought so. Class B, we're watching the fight. Kendo. That's great, my Izuku is back, I'll make us a couple again. So the whole class rushed at him without even thinking about it. The whole class froze when they saw the monster smile that Izuku put on, and so they began the confrontation that at first Todoroki froze him, but he easily escaped from the ice. Izuku approached him and hit him, throwing him very far. Aoyama threw his laser beam at him, but it had no effect. Jiru threw her jacks at him, but Izuku pulled them hard and took her out of the arena. Mina threw acid at him, but it didn't hurt him, they gave him a strong blow to the stomach. They began to fall one by one, nobody could against Izuku since he was very strong, he took everyone with Recovery Girl, Kirishima and Bakugo were the only ones left standing. Bakugo. Come on, damn Deku, bring out all your power. Izuku. I'm surprised that they asked for all my power, and I only used 10% of my power, I thought they would be more powerful after 2 years, but well, I'll finish this once and for all. Izuku flowing water fist crushing rock. Everyone was afraid of Izuku since he had monster strength and had knocked out Kirishima and Bakugo. Lunchtime arrived, many students stared at him with scared faces and others with angry faces. Uraraka. Hey Izuku, there's a free spot here. Izuku. Gracious Uraraka. And when Izuku and his friends were eating, one of the blinds appeared that Izuku didn't want to see, Kendo. Kendo. Izuku my love, it's good that you're back, I missed you so much. He said while hugging Izuku. Izuku quickly separated her from him. Izuku. What do you want Kendo? Kendo. Well, I was wondering when we could go out. Izuku. You and I are no longer a couple, better why don't you go with Tetsu and ask him for the date instead of me? Kendo. But you're my boyfriend. Izuku. Now I'm your boyfriend, right? If I were your boyfriend, why didn't you defend me when everyone was hitting me? You know what, you better get out of here before I get angry. And that's how Kendo went crying to his table while Izuku relaxed. Iida. Well, leaving that aside, Izuku, you know what happened to your mom, right? Iida decided on a blow to the head from Bakugo and Todoroki. Bakugo. Shut up, damn 4 eyes, don't bring that up. Izuku. Calm down Bakugo, I know my mother died due to a high gamma nomu that attacked the city, another visitor later. Uraraka. I'm sorry about your mother Izuku. Izuku. Tranquila Uraraka no hay problema. So the classes passed until they ended. Izuku was leaving his classroom when Tetsu approached and hit Izuku in the face. Tetsu. What did you do to Kendo? Izuku. I just told him the truth, so please stay away. Tetsu. Maldito hijo de pair. Tetsu didn't finish speaking as he received a strong blow to the stomach from Bakugo. Bakugo. Leave Izuku alone you damn bastard. Izuku. Calm down Bakugo, it's not worth it. Izuku went to Nezu's address to ask him for money to buy some things and flowers for his mother. Izuku. I'll be right back. Kirishima. Where are you going Izuku? Surely to join the League of Villains to destroy the Ya, isn't it true? Iida. Leave him alone Kirishima, they've already proven he's innocent. Where are you going Midoriya-san? Izuku. To visit my mom. All of Izuku's friends sneaked up behind him to see where he was going, they saw him buy some things until they arrived at the cemetery where Izuku's mom was. To make him feel sadder. Izuku. Hi mom, how are you? I hope you're okay up there. I'm sure you realize that I'm free. My innocence has been proven. Sorry for not arriving in time to save you. I was weak. Look what I brought you, white roses, the ones you liked. Send my regards to dad if he's there with you or if it doesn't matter. Mom, I miss you so much. I wish you were here so we could go eat together. Forgive me mom. Sorry for not arriving on time. I'm going to become the hero I want to be. Thank you for helping me, for raising me, and for loving me even when you were depressed. He said this while shedding tears. Izuku's friends only saw Izuku from afar. Uraraka wanted to approach him to hug him, but was stopped by Bakugo and Iida. Izuku. Mom, do you remember the song you liked? Here it is, I'm going to sing it for you. All of Izuku's friends were shocked by the wonderful melodies coming out of Izuku's mouth. As Izuku sang, his voice began to break and tears began to flow from his eyes. Uraraka couldn't stand seeing Izuku like that, so she ran straight to hug him. Izuku's other friends went too. Izuku. What are you all doing here? He said this while wiping away the tears that remained on his face. Iida. The director called me and told me to accompany you, the others sneaked in as I left. Izuku. Well, let's go, it's about to get dark, and by the way, congratulations Todoroki and Momo. Momo. What are you talking about? With a very noticeable blush. Izuku. My sense of smell says it all, the shirt Todoroki is wearing smells like Momo, and the pants I brought Momo smell like Todoroki, you filthy people. Todoroki. Damn your sense of smell with a blush like Kirishima's hair. Izuku. Hahaha well, let's go now it's getting dark, see you mom. On the other side was a pink girl and a movie listening to everything. Mina. Well, now we know what to use against Izuku, his mom's song. Jiro. You don't think that's going too far? Mina. Not at all, let's tell the others about this and make a plan to make Izuku obey us. Jiro. This is going to get ugly. Chapter 4 The Song. After visiting his mother Izuku returned with his friends avoiding the others to go directly to his room, seeing it as it was after he left. Izuku. Wow, the room didn't change much. Todoroki. Bakugo and I took care of watching him and cleaning him up. Bakugo. We didn't let any of those extras come in and steal anything from you. Izuku. I really appreciate it, but I'm going to remodel it, I'm going to sell all of Almight's things to make money, since I'm not the least bit interested in knowing anything about him. Bakugo. Wow, you've really changed Izuku, you're not even that weird geek who collected everything about All Might anymore. Izuku. Haha, what a time, well I won't take up any more of your time, I really appreciate it. Todoroki. That's what friends are for, Midoriya. Izuku. Yes but before you go I want to do something with you, come in. Imagine it, but with Izuku, Bakugo and Todoroki. While in the pink-skinned room, there were all those who hated Izuku. Mina. I already have a plan for Izuku to do whatever we want. Toru. That's impossible, none of us could defeat him. Ejiro. What's the plan? Mina. Let Ejiro tell them. Ejiro. This is the plan, we followed Izuku until we reached the cemetery, we saw his weakness, the song that his mother liked, we saw how he suffered, so in the morning training we will play it and make him fall at our feet. Ejiro. You're crazy, you don't play with that, and besides, it could make him angry, and we don't want to see him like that, but don't count on me. Tokoyami. Not even with me, they can't have sunk so low as to do that, I'm leaving. Ejiro. Me too. Both leave the room. Mina. It doesn't matter, we'll make the plan tomorrow, understood? All present. Yes. A day passed until today, they were already in training in which all of 3A were until the time came and the year might appeared. All Might. Well young people, as a last exercise it will be all against young Midoriya. Izuku. Why the hell am I always, get ready you bunch of weaklings. Bakugo. Ha, you even think I'm going to make it easy for you, bro. Izuku. Well let's see what you're capable of, brother. Mina. It's time to execute the plan. Jiro prepares the horn and the song. Jiro. Yes mine. Hiroshima. Let's see how you corrupt yourself, traitor. Everyone is already up in the ring. Izuku. Well come on, I'm very bored and I want to finish this while activating the power of the Gurgura. Bakugo was about to rush at him but stopped when Mina stood in front of him. Mina. Let's see if this is your size friend, Jiro now. At that moment the song that Izuku's mom loved began to play. Izuku just froze. Izuku. How is it, what do they know that he said this with sadness? Toru. You're going to be a crybaby. Iida. What the hell are you doing? Todoroki. Take that song off. Bakugo. What the buck is wrong with you? Turn that thing off. Mina. We want to see the traitor fall. Uraraka. Mina please stop, Izuku doesn't like this. Everyone who hated Izuku started laughing as the green-haired boy fell to his knees on the ground. Author. He the beating they're going to give them. Izuku. Stop that song. Now. Hiroshima. Or else what are you going to be? At that moment steam began to come out of Izuku while his body grew larger and changed shape. Bakugo. This is very bad, too bad. Todoroki. What do we do? Momo. No idea. At that moment a scream of fury was heard as they turned around and saw how Izuku transformed into a monster. Just like the transformation from Garou to monster, this one has 5 phases, this is the first one. I'll show them to you later in the next one I upload. Hiroshima. This didn't go according to plan, now that we're making a mine. Mina. Attacking would be the most logical thing, so, attack B. He didn't finish speaking because he received a strong blow from Izuku in beast mode. All 3 Masters and Almight tried to calm Izuku, but no one could calm him down. He hit them all and sent them flying, ending up very injured due to the blows of the Gurgura. The only ones standing were Bakugo, Todoroki and Uraraka. Todoroki. Izuku, calm down brother, that's not you. Bakugo. Don't buck with me, that's all you could come up with. Todoroki. And you. Bakugo. You have to go all out to stop him or knock him out. Todoroki. Well, there's no other way. Uraraka. Izuku-kun. Uraraka slowly approached Izuku and he turned to look at her while he had Endeavor by the head. Uraraka. Izuku, this isn't you, I want the Izuku I know back. At that moment Izuku threw Endeavor towards a wall and he began to detransform and faint to the ground. Bakugo. At least this is over and nothing worse happened. Todoroki. It's true, I don't know if I could have continued fighting, the good thing is that he didn't hit Momo hard, I would have already killed him for that. Todoroki and Bakugo carried Izuku and took him to Recovery Girl to check him up. Fortunately Izuku and his friends were fine, the others who hated Izuku were hurt more, with more serious injuries, but there was a violet-haired girl who regretted having cooperated in trying to make Izuku fall. Jiro. Forgive me Izuku, I'm so sorry with tears in his eyes. While with Izuku. Izuku. What happened? Todoroki. Good thing you woke up, brother. Todoroki explained to Izuku what had happened and how he had transformed into a monster. Izuku. Wow, and I didn't even use the other monster phases. Todoroki. Monster stages. Izuku explained the other monsters' phases he had and their power levels. Todoroki. Wow, you really are powerful. In Nezu's office. I want to see my dad, Uncle Mirio, when are we going to see him? Mirio. Calm down Eri, we'll see today, just wait for him to return from his training, I really want to see how strong he became, from what I heard he became very strong. I want to go now. Calm down my love, everything will be okay. Eri. And Najire that Uncle Tamaki has. Najire. Calm down Eri, you know how depressed your uncle is. Nezu. Well, if you want, you can wait in the recreation room of your dorms. Mirio. Okay Director Nezu, we will wait there. Eri. I want to see Dad now. Izuku's transformations. This is not going to be a chapter as such, I'm going to show you Izuku's monster's transformations and his strength levels. Phase 1. Main monster. This one has enough strength to defeat All Might at 100%. Height. 2.50 meters. Phase 2. Walking monster. Has the strength to stop 1000 Nomus and 500 high gamma. Height. 2.0 meters. Phase 3. Walking ogre. In this phase he can defeat Gigantomachia with 3 strong hits, Shigaraki's disintegration does not harm him in this phase, and he can do more hits with Gurgura without breaking his arms. Height. 3.10 meters. Phase 4. The Incinerator Devil. In this one he could destroy a city, in this one he can use a large amount of fire. Height. 1.95 meters. Phase 5. Final phase. In this phase no one can harm him, his power is so great that he can easily destroy a continent and he can also easily defeat all for one. Height. 3.20 meters. Part 5. The visits. Previously we saw the beating he gave to his classmates, masters and professional heroes. Due to the first monsters phase, we were located in the recreation room of the 3A dormitories. Mirio, Tamaki, Najira and Eri were waiting for Izuku, but the first to enter were those who hated Izuku still bandaged and saw the X3 big ones. They also saw Eri, and the women had a heart attack when they saw so much sweetness. Mina. Hello little Eri, you came to see us. Eri, I don't see any traitors of my father, I just came to see him. Seiya. Come on little Eri, come play with us. Eri. I already told you no, I just came to see my dad. Haminari. Why did you come to see that traitor? Mirio. He's not a traitor, he's a good person. If he were bad, he wouldn't have saved Eri and would have faced overhaul risking his life, but I'm not going to argue with ignorant people like you. Haminari and Mineta. How dare you? But before they attacked Mirio, Izuku stood in front blocking the attacks. Izuku. You two have had enough of me, so you better calm down. Haminari and Mineta. And what are you going to do to us, huh? Isaac. I didn't want to do this, but I will. Izuku activates the Mangekyo Sharingan. Izuku. Kamui. Izuku absorbed Kaminari and Mineta and took them to the Kamui dimension. Kirishima. What did you do to them both? Izuku. Take them to another reality so they stop bothering the visitors. Eri. Daddy, it's you. Izuku. Eri, come and hug your dad. Eri threw herself into Izuku's arms while crying with happiness. Eri. Daddy, I wanted to see you, I missed you so much. Izuku. I missed you too my little one, I'm back. Mirio. It's nice to see you again Izuku, and I see you're much taller than me. Izuku. Just 5 centimeters isn't that much. Mirio. If you say so. Izuku. And how has she been small? Mirio. Ever since she found out you were accused of being a traitor, she's been looking for you. We've been with her so she wouldn't get lost. Every day she'd try to find you in the forest, but one day we ran into a white-haired guy. Flashback. Mirio, Tamaki Najira and Eri are seen in the forest trying to find Izuku, and Eri stumbles upon Garou. Garou. A girl, what are you doing here little one? Eri. Hello sir, I'm looking for my dad. Garou. Your dad? Eri. Yes, did you see it? Garou. No, I haven't seen him, well we have to take you back to your house, come on. Eri takes Garou's hand and leads her back to where the big three were looking for her. Mirio. Eri, don't leave like that again, you should have waited for us. Eri. But Uncle Mirio, I'm worried about my dad. Mirio. Don't worry little one, she'll appear, by the way, thank you very much sir for finding her. Garou. No problem, by the way, who is your dad? He died showing a photo of Izuku. Mirio. It's him. You. This was the photo. Garou's mind. Damn, what am I saying? If they are heroes who are looking for him to lock him up or worse, kill him, but on the other hand, if they are known to him, what will I say? Mirio. Ah, sir are you okay? Garou. Excuse me, no, I haven't seen you, gentlemen. Well, I'm leaving. Najira. Thank you sir. Tamaki. Let's go now. Vindel flies back. Izuku. So they met Lord Garou. Mirio. You know him? Izuku. Yes, he was one of the many who trained me. All. He trained you? Izuku. Yes, and I don't regret it, his training was quite hard, but I managed to endure it. Hiroshima. Of course a traitor being trained by villains, what a good plan to return to UA don't you think? Izuku. Don't make me send you with them too while releasing his monstrous aura. Izuku. So now wash up or else what happened a while ago will happen again. Everyone ran to their rooms, Izuku, the 3X big boys, and Eri decided to talk and have fun together. Mirio. Well we have to go, see you Izuku. Izuku. Hey, before you go, would you like to come with me this weekend so you can get to know those who trained me? Najira. It's a pleasure to meet you. Tamaki. I think the same, I would like to meet them. Mirio. Decided, we'll go on Saturday with Izuku, well we're leaving. Eri. See you dad. Izuku. See you Eri, see you guys. The four left the UA, while Izuku was preparing his dinner 2 people arrived at the recreation room. Hello Izuku, long time no see. Izuku. Your Mandalay isn't like that, if I remember correctly. Mandalay. What a memory you have Izuku. Izuku noticed someone behind Mandalay and recognized him instantly. Izuku. Come here little Koda, come closer. In a quick movement Kota hugged Izuku very tightly while crying with happiness. Kota. Glad you're okay Izuku sniff, I thought he was dead sniff. Izuku. Don't cry anymore Kota, come and tell me how it went. So Izuku and Kota talked and played, Izuku left the food, but he didn't care much. Mandalay. Well, Kota and I have to go now, say goodbye to Izuku Kota. Kota. Goodbye Mr. Izuku. Izuku. Wait Kota, I have a gift for you, wait here. Just like a flash of lightning, Izuku went for Kota's gift, returning with his hands back. Izuku. Well Kota closes his eyes. Kota proceeded to close his eyes and felt something large hanging over his neck. Izuku. Open your eyes. You. Kota opened his eyes and realized that Izuku's gift was his old mask that covered his mouth. Izuku. Surprise. Kota hugged his hero and cried with emotion at having some memory of the hero who saved him. Kota. Thank you very much Mr. Izuku. Izuku. You're welcome, little Kota. Kota and Mandalay left UA, leaving Izuku in the kitchen eating dinner until a violet-haired girl appeared in the kitchen. Kyoka. Izuku can we talk? Izuku. What do you want? How annoying but oh well, what are you doing Jiru? Kyoka. Well, first of all I want to apologize to you for having played your mother's song. I'm sorry if I insulted you by playing it. Izuku. So it was you how well I forgive you. Kyoka. And Sirio. Izuku. I only forgive you for that, but not for having betrayed me and having attacked me until I was almost dead, well I already retired. Izuku got up from the table and left Kyoka behind. Koika. What did we do to you Izuku crying silently. While in Uraraka's room, Momo was also there, talking about something very important. Momo. And then you're going to tell him with a mischievous look. Uraraka. I don't know, what if he says no? Momo. I'd have to kill him with a shotgun, but don't worry, I'm sure he likes you too. Uraraka. We'll check it out this week. It was already Monday, everyone was getting ready to go to class, only Izuku had already arrived before him, so he got up earlier to train and have breakfast, he came in through the window. Everyone was arriving one by one, everyone arrived holding hands. Todoroki. How did you get here first when it was closed? Izuku. Enter through the window, it's very easy. Bakugo. They teach you how to pass one day. Izuku. Of course bro, if you want. Hiroshima. Of course, as a traitor you must be an expert at entering rooms with ease, if you stole information, why not enter through the window like a villain? Hiroshima received a strong blow to the stomach, leaving him unconscious. Mina. Kiri, love, are you okay? Izuku. Seriously, are you still making love to someone who cheats on you with someone else? Mina. What are you talking about, Trofk? He would never do that. Izuku. I'll be whatever you want, but I know the truth about Kirishima, he's not a man like he says, since he's unfaithful to you with Setsuna from 3B, and he'll ask you how I know that, because I've seen him leaving his room until Setsuna's, I see him go in and sleep with her, and I'm going to tell you something Kirishima, it's not like a man to cheat on the woman you love. Kirishima. What he says is a lie, love. Izuku showed Mina images and videos of how Kirishima left his prayer and went with Setsuna to sleep with her. Izuku. Now you believe me, girl. Mina. You're a wretch Kirishima, how could you do that to me? I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Don't ever come to me again in your life. Kirishima. But love waits. He was silenced by a blow to the stomach from Mina, knocking the wind out of him. Kirishima. Maldita. Kirishima was going to take Mina out but was stopped by Izuku who held his arm. Izuku. You can do that to a man, but you never hit a woman, you bastard. Hitting him in the stomach, knocking him unconscious. Mina. Izuku. Izuku. What's up, Mina? Izuku received a hug from Mina while she was crying. Mina. Thanks for defending me Izuku. Izuku. That's what friends are for, welcome to the Rejects Club. Mina. We are friends. Izuku. Of course, mine, now you belong to the group. Mina. Thank you for accepting me into your group. Sai. Hey, has anyone seen Kaminari and Mineta? Izuku. I almost forgot. Izuku opened a portal from which Kaminari and Mineta came out. Kaminari. That place is horrible, I don't want to go back there. Izuku. Don't bother us again, okay? Kaminari and Mineta. See. Classes passed normally, it was already lunchtime, Izuku was with his friends at a table in the cafeteria. Monoma. Come on, talk, you weird bastard. Izuku turns around and sees how he was at least annoying Kota. Uraraka. Pobber Kota. Izuku gets up from the table. Momo. Where are you going Izuku? Izuku. Let's do the right thing. Izuku approached Monoma and pulled him away from Kota. Izuku. Leave Kota alone now, Monoma. Monoma. And if I don't want to, what are you going to do? Izuku. Fall into Genjutsu. Monoma. Genjutsu. Izuku. Since you saw me in the eyes you are in an illusion. Monoma. Damn bastard. Izuku. Better get ready, this is just about to begin. Monoma noticed that a pack of lions was approaching him and began to devour him and he was screaming in pain, but outside the Genjutsu he was only screaming while he was unconscious. Kendo. Love you made to Monoma. Izuku. 2 things, 1 I'm not you love and never call me that again, 2 I put him in an illusion that will last as long as I want, I'll leave him for a while to suffer, call him to his bedroom. Izuku. Are you okay Koda? Stretching out his hand to help him up. Koda. Thank you Izuku. Izuku. I see you're alone, why don't you come with us, come with us. Yes. Yes. So they both went to the table where Izuku's other friends were. Uraraka. What is he doing here Izuku? Izuku. I invited him to eat with us and he didn't do anything to me on the day of the betrayal, so I consider him a friend so he can stay with us. Todoroki. I see, then welcome new friend. Koda. Thank you. Mina. Can I sit with you too? Bakugo. What are you doing here damn, you still make my brother angry and you still came to try to sit here. Izuku. Calm down Bakugo, I invited her, now she's part of our group. Ida. Okay, welcome back, mine. Mina. Thank you. While at another table were Kendo, Ibara, Uno and Satsuna. Kendo. I have to get my Izuku back no matter what. Ibara. I don't think it's a good idea to try that. Satsuna. Kendo is right, we must get the love of our life back. Ibara. But you already cheated on him, why do you want to get back with him? Yui. But what are we going to do Kendo? Ibara. Nobody paid attention to me. Classes had already passed and everyone was in the recreation room of the 3A dorms, Izuku was remembering something Stain told him. Flashback. Izuku is seen training with Stain. Srain. Understand Izuku. Izuku. What a mess Stain sensei. Stain. When you return to society, go to this address, it's a gift for you. End of flashback. Izuku. I'll be right back, guys, I'm going out. Ida. Where are you going Midoriya? Izuku. I'm going to an address a friend gave me. Ida. Okay, but Uraraka should come with you. Uraraka. Damn Ida, you're going to pay for this. Izuku. Vamonos Uraraka. Uraraka. See. Both left UA in the direction that Stain gave to Izuku. Uraraka. Adon Vamos Izuku. Izuku. You promise not to tell anyone, much less Koda. Uraraka. I promise. Izuku explained what had happened in the flashback. Izuku. And that's how we left. Uraraka. I'll really train you Stain you sure have a lot of surprises Izuku. Izuku. Don't even tell Iida for anything in the world. Uraraka. Entendido. Both arrived at the location that Stain gave to Izuku. Izuku. Well, we have to go in. They both handed it over and saw a long box on a table. Izuku. That must be Stain's gift. Uraraka. What could it be? Izuku. We have to find out, get behind me, it won't be something explosive. Uraraka. See. This was Stain's gift. Izuku. Damn bastard, show off, I'll take care of her like it's my life. Uraraka. KS Izuku KUN. Izuku. It is the katana of the famous demon hunter Tanjiro Kamado, the one who defeated the demon king Kikusuji Musen. Uraraka. Wow, that is incredible, what a great gift. Izuku. Well, let's get out of here. Uraraka. Yes, let's go. So they both left and returned to the UA. Izuku. We're here. Mina. And that's what you're carrying on your right side. Izuku. It's a gift they gave me. Todoroki. Really? While eating soba. Izuku. First, I don't know where you get so much soba, second, it's a legendary katana, they want to see it. All? Yes. Izuku would show them the katana that was given to him as a gift. Bakugo. That's a great gift, brother, that sword is really powerful. Izuku. And the best thing is that I can receive it with haki. Uraraka. Haki. Izuku. I'll explain it to you later. Hiroshima. Of course they give a weapon to a traitor, then a pistol follows. Bakugo. Shut up you damn Miera movies, it's Izuku's life, not yours, damn shark teeth. Todoroki. Ouch, that had to hurt eating soba. Momo. Honey, why is he so cute? Gives him a kiss. Todoroki. It's my gift. Izuku. Well, leaving that aside, I have to go with maid of Amkumai suit, since the other one was just an idea that came to my mind, but I already have a better one, it will be back in a moment. Uraraka. Cute-ate Izuku. Izuku. I always do it Uraraka. Izuku leaves the dorms and heads towards Mei's workshop. Oh love, how beautiful you look like that. You are also beautiful. Izuku. I'll be back later or wait 5 minutes, May and Ida. May. How the hell do you hear something from the door? Izuku. Super senses. May opened the door and she was blushing to a tomato level. May. What is what I offer you, Izuku? Izuku hands him a now with the new design of the suit. May. Looks great, I'll have it ready for you tomorrow. Izuki. Thanks May, and by the way, use protection, we don't want a baby with your last name so soon. May. Just shut up and go away. Izuku. Well, I'm leaving now, keep having fun. May closes the large metal door of the workshop. Ida, what were we up to? May. Okay, let's continue. Izuku returned to the 3A dorms, sat with his friends in the recreation room and listened to a news story about Endeavor. Reporter. Today the current but number 1, Endeavor gave a message that we will give below. Endeavor's message. I, Endeavor, number 1 hero, challenge young Izuku Midoriya to a fight between the two of us tomorrow at 10 AM at UA's Gamma Field. Message cuts off. Reporter. Asia, you've heard, tomorrow at 10 in the Gamma Field of the UA school, there will be a confrontation with the number 1 hero and perhaps the strongest of UA, the young Izuku Midoriya. Izuku. Oh, and I never said yes, but oh well, it will be entertaining. Todoroki. Aren't you nervous? Izuku. No, I'm not afraid, I've trained with people stronger than Endeavor, so I'm ready to fight him. Uraraka in her thoughts. I think that's what I love the most about Izuku, I think that's why I love him. Wait, how am I saying all this? I'm totally sick. This is how Izuku's normal days passed until the Izuku vs Endeavor confrontation arrived. The battle began, Endeavor threw a large amount of fire towards Izuku, but it did not harm him. The minutes passed, the battle was won by Izuku due to the power of Gurgura and Yami Yami. Izuku. I think Endeavor won. Endeavor. Damn brat, you are strong. Bakugo. Chante has hidden strength. Todoroki. He's too powerful. Uraraka. It's beautiful when she fights. Momo. Quiet Uraraka. Uraraka. That's what I think. Chapter 6. Bad news and a sick person. It was Tuesday morning, Izuku had gotten up to go to class. First he trained, had breakfast, took a bath and got ready to go to class. He was the first to arrive at the classroom where Director Nezu was waiting for him. Nezu. Good morning young Midoriya. Izuku. Hello Director May, tell me what you are here for, you normally don't leave your office. Nezu. Well, I came for 2 things. Nezu. The first is that I bring you your new suit here. Izuku. Thank you Director, and the second one? Nezu. The second one I need it in my office after school. It's a very important matter. Izuku. Okay, Principal, I'll see you in your office. Nezu. See you young Izuku. Hours passed and Izuku only thought about what he wanted it for. In class he proved to be a genius, he answered at lightning speed, he was very intelligent. Recess arrived, everything had happened normally, except that Kendo wouldn't leave him alone. They insisted that they become a couple again, and he said no. Kendo. Come on Izuku, let's get back together as a couple, I promise I won't do anything stupid again, but please let's go back. Izuku. I already told you no Kendo, you tricked me, and that made you lose me, you better forget it. Uraraka. Leave Izuku-kun alone, he already told you no. Kendo. You don't get involved Uraraka. Izuku. Don't tell her that, she's not fat, so leave us alone Kendo. Kendo. What did you do to my damn Izuku? Uraraka. I didn't do anything to him, you did that. Kendo. Whatever it is, I'm going to get you back Izuku, that's not you, I see the shy Izuku inside you. Izuku. That Izuku is already dead, this is the new one, so you better go Kendo. Kendo became angrier and angrier than ever. Izuku. Thanks Uraraka, I don't know how I would have gotten out of that conversation if you hadn't been there. Uraraka. You're welcome Izuku, I'll always be there for you, she said this in a whisper. Izuku. What did you say? Uraraka. Nothing Izuku, let's just go. Lunch ended and there was a mission and rescue class in which All Might and Midnight were going to be. All Might. Hello young people, today we will have a mission and rescue at the USJ. All Izuku. Yes. So everyone went backstage to change. It should be noted that Mineta was no longer the announcer, since he was threatened with death by Izuku. All the men saw Izuku's well-formed and scarred body. Everyone changed and saw Izuku's new outfit. Todoroki. Wow, your suit looks great Izuku. Izuku. Thank you. All Might. Well, enough with talking and let's get into action, everyone will have to make their team. First team. Izuku Midoriya. Itsuki Bakugo. Shoto Todoroki. Tenyu Festival. Uraraka Achako. Momoyaoi Rozu. Even. Mina Shido. Second team. Ijiro Kirishima. Electricity. Hyokajiru. Minutes. Tor Hagakure. Ijiro. Yumikage Tokoyami. Aoyama. Saito. Thus began the exercise in which they had to overcome obstacles and help civilians, who were dolls. Izuku. How many civilians have we rescued? Akugu. We have rescued 20. At that Izuku sees that Chihiro was trapped in some rubble. Izuku. I'll be right back. Todoroki. Where are you going? Izuku. Unfortunately, I have to save Kyoka or else they'll blame me. So Izuku quickly went to where Kyoka was. Chihiro. Damn, I can't move. Izuku. Whoever saw it, a board being caught by debris, now I've seen it all. Chihiro. This isn't a good time to joke around, so please help me. Izuku lifted the rubble and sees that he has a twisted leg. Izuku. I'm not going to carry you, I know. Izuku uses a black latigo to carry Chihiro. Chihiro. What is this? Izuku. It's called Black Whip, it's one of my many quirks. Chihiro. You have more. Izuku. This is not the time to explain, it's time to act. Izuku had already rescued 10 other civilians and his entire team left training. Izawa. Very well my dear offspring, you were the first to arrive and rescue many civilians. Izuku's team. Thank you sensei. Izuku. Well, I'm leaving. Uraraka. Adon vas Izuku-kun. Izuku. I'm going to Principal Nezu's office. At that moment Uraraka remembered that day when he was accused of being a traitor and beaten and began to cry. Izuku. Hey don't cry Uraraka, I'm just going to the principal's prayer, that's all. Uraraka. Sorry Sniff, I just remembered a bad moment. Izuku. When they accused me of being a traitor, right? Uraraka. Yes sobs with tears in her eyes. Izuku. Don't worry Uraraka, I'll be fine, I don't like seeing you cry. Uraraka. Thanks Izuku quickly gives him a kiss on the cheek, see you. Izuku. Well that was very strange he said with a slight blush, well I'm leaving now. Izuku proceeded to go to Principal Nezu's office. Nezu. Pace Joven Izuku. Izuku. What's bothering me, Director Nezu? Nezu. Take a seat young Izuku. Nezu. Well, this is the problem, the Hussy Cats went on a mission, the mission was very dangerous, but they didn't care much, the problem is, the Hussy Cats died on that mission, and the young man doesn't have anyone to stay with. At that moment Izuku was surprised by the news. Izuki. And where is Kota? Nezu. Behind you. Izuku turned around and saw little Kota crying and wearing a mask that Izuku gave him. Izuku. Kota yo. He didn't finish speaking because Kota was hugging him very tightly and crying. Kota. Mr. Izuku Sniff, I lost Sniff my aunt Sniff, I lost them all. Izuku. No Todos. Kota. What? Izuku. From now on you're going to stay in my room with me, I'm going to take care of you, you're going to be my son. At that moment Kota cried and smiled since his hero would protect him once again and now he would be his father. Kota. Thank you very much Mr. Izuku. Izuku. Just tell me Izuku. Nezu. Then you're going to stay with him. Izuku. Yes director, he will stay with me in my room and I was going to ask him if he could make it much bigger so that the 3 of us could live there. Nezu. Lost 3. Izuku. Yes, but also when he comes to visit he stays in a bed. Nezu. I agree with you young Izuku, I immediately called Cementus to expand your room. Izuku. Thank you Director Nezu, let's go for your every Kota. Kota. Yes, but how are we going to get there? Izuku. Climb on my back. Kota. What? Izuku. Just go up. Kota climbed onto Izuku's back and he began to fly. City. Wow Izuku ears genial. Izuku. He thanks. So Izuku and Kota flew and arrived at the old Hussy Cats agency, everything was empty, they had taken everything, Kota grabbed toys, his books and notebooks from school, clothes, shoes and memories he had of his parents and Hussy Cats, they took everything in a box. Izuku. Okay Kota let's go. Kota. How are we going to fly again, this time you're carrying a box. Izuku. Don't worry about it. Izuku wrapped Kota and his black whips on his back and the box the caravan. Izuku. Listo. City. C. Then Izuku rose and arrived at UA, Izuku saw how his room had been enlarged. Izuku. Well Kota, from now on this is going to be your house. City. See Izuku-san. Izuku. Well let's go in. So the two entered and those who hated Izuku saw how he carried a box and behind him was Kota. Haminari. Why did you bring that brat here? Izuku. Shut up you damn crappy Pikachu, he's going to be with me from now on. Seiya. Because you kidnapped them or something and you know that's a crime. Kota. Shut up, you damn Renee's cousin. Izuku. Don't worry Kota, it's not worth it. Okoyami. Midoriya, we can talk in private. Izuku. Wait a few minutes Bakupalo, let me leave this box in my room. Mineta. Hey Midoriya, why did they remodel your room? Izuku. That's none of your business, grape hair, let's go Kota. When he turned around he received a strong blow to the back from Kirishima. Izuku just turned around and using the armor haki on his right arm, he gave Kirishima a strong blow to the stomach, leaving him unconscious. Izuku. And to think he hit hard, but what does it matter, let's go Kota. Kota. Yes, let's go now. So Izuku and Kota left the room and in the hallway they met Izuku's friends. Todoroki. Where did you go bro? Momo. What is Kota doing here? Uraraka. What was in that box? Bakugo. Why did they remodel your room? Izuku. Number 1, I went to get some of Kota's things, 2, he's going to stay with me, I'll explain later, 3 are Kota's things, and 4, they made renovations because he's going to stay with me. Bakugo. I see well see you I have to go out. Izuku. Good luck with Kami. Bakugo. How did you know? Izuku. I smelled her on the shirt you're wearing. Bakugo. Damn it, I'm going to rip your nose off. Momo. Easy Bakugo. Todoroki. He doesn't know what else to say, buy a dictionary. Bakugo. Shut up you damn winter bastard. Momo hit Bakugo on the head. Momo. Don't yell at my boyfriend, you crazy Muslim. Bakugo. Okay, I'm leaving. Todoroki. Momo and I are going to the movies. Izuku. Take care, boys. Izuku. Well, are you coming Uraraka? Uraraka. Why yes sure let's. Uraraka, Izuku and Kota went to see Izuku's new room and when they opened the door, they were surprised at how it had turned out. You. This is the room. You. These are the beds, imagine 4 more. Kota. Wow the room looks great. Izuku. Director Nezu excelled. Uraraka. It's very big. Izuku. This room counts as 2 rooms, choose your Kota bed so you can put your things there. City. C. Izuku. Well, are you staying Uraraka? Uraraka. Oh no I'm leaving now. See you Izuku-kun. Izuku. Nos vemos Uraraka-san. Uraraka si va. Kota. You like it, right? Izuku. What are you talking about? Kota. You like Miss Uraraka, right? Izuku. You promise not to tell anyone. Kota. I promise. Izuku. Yes I like it but I don't know how to tell him. Nana. I told you so, kid. Izuku. Shut up Nana. Kota. Who are you talking to Izuku? Izuku. With no one, well Kota put on your pajamas while I take a bath. Izuku entered the bathroom and Kota got ready to sleep. Izuku. Well Kota go to sleep. Kota. See you tomorrow Izuku and by the way, thank you. Izuku. Thanks for what? Kota. For taking care of me. Izuku. You're welcome but go rest because you have school tomorrow. City. C. So the week passed, Izuku got up early to train, eat, wake up Kota, have breakfast, take Kota to school, he has classes, ignore those who hated him in kendo, go get Kota from school. It was Saturday morning, but our protagonist felt bad, he had a fever and could not get up, it was 8 AM, and little Kota woke up. Kota. I slept well, but Izuku didn't get up. Kota. Izuku, why are you red? Touches his forehead and his hand gets hot. As burning hot, I'm going to take out his cell phone to talk to one of his friends. Kota finds Izuku's phone and looks at the contacts. Kota. I'll call Miss Uraraka to come. Uraraka's phone rings. Uraraka. Well who is it? Kota. Hello Miss Uraraka, good morning. Uraraka. Good morning Kota, what happened? Kota. Izuku woke up with a temperature, come see him. Uraraka. Temperature, I'm going there. At that moment, a knock on the door is heard. Kota. She's really crazy about Izuku, I'm coming. Open the door. Uraraka. Donde está Izuku? Kota. In his bed. Uraraka le toca la frente a Izuku. Uraraka. I've never seen such a high temperature, I'll go get recovery girl to cure him. Izuku. No this recovery girl came out of the track he. Izuku falls asleep again. Uraraka. Well let's start, Kota brings a bucket of water from the bathroom. City. C. Kota brings a small bucket of water, Uraraka soaks a rag and puts it on Izuku's forehead. Uraraka lama Momo. Momo. What happened Uraraka? Uraraka. Izuku is very sick, can you bring some medicine for him please? Momo. Izuku is a little nervous. Uraraka. She has a very high temperature. Momo. Okay, I'll go for them, don't leave him alone. Uraraka. Well I'll be here. The call ends. Todoroki. Who was it? Momo. It was Uraraka, she asked me to go to the pharmacy for some medicine for Izuku. Todoroki. What's wrong with my brother? Momo. Uraraka said that she woke up with a very high temperature. Todoroki. That's serious, I'll go with you. Momo. Let's go then. Todoroki and Momo went to the pharmacy and asked for medicine for temperature and went straight to Izuku's room. Knock on the door. Uraraka. If it's Momo, pass. Momo enters. Momo. Hello Uraraka, here I have Izuku's medicines, I can see them. Uraraka. Go ahead. Momo saw Izuku's red face and his labored breathing. Momo. I don't think it's just a simple temperature. Todoroki. So what will it be? Uraraka. When did you get in here? Momo. He came with me. At that moment you hear a knock on the door. Uraraka. Can you see who's playing Todoroki? Todoroki. It's okay. Todoroki gets up from Izuku's bed and sees who was knocking on the door, it was the ex-Big Three and Little Eri. Mirio. We can pass. Todoroki. I guess so. Eri. Where's Dad, Uncle Todoroki? Todoroki points to where Izuku is lying. Todoroki. Come in, what have you come for? Mirio. Let's go with Izuku to visit his teachers. Todoroki. I don't think it's going to be possible today. Nijire. Why? Todoroki. Because he is very sick. Mirio. He's sick, I want to see. Todoroki. Busybodies, you come in too. Nijire and Tamaki. Thank you. The three of them sit on one of the beds in the room and see Izuku as he is in very poor health. Tamaki. It does look bad. Nijire. But how did he get sick like that? Hoda. I don't know, they're doing very well this week and now they got sick just like that, there must have been something or some situation in which they could have been infected and gotten sick from something, but I don't think so, what I think is that it's because they left so early to train, the worst thing is that it's very cold. Uraraka. Maybe that's it, how smart you are Kota. Eri. My dad will be fine, right, Miss Uraraka? Uraraka. We hope so, well we have to let him rest so let's all go. All. Yes, let's go. This was heard by a girl with purple hair and her friends. Sai. What did you hear Kiro? Jiro. Midoriya is sick, from what I heard he has a very high temperature. Hagakure. Who would have thought the strongest of UA get sick? Haminari. We have to take advantage of the situation. Iida. What a situation, huh? Hiroshima. What do you care about? Iida. I care a lot because Midoriya is my friend and I'm not going to let anyone do anything bad to him. Ajiro. I agree with Iida, I'm not going to let them hurt Midoriya, you Kirishima call yourself a man and you want to take advantage of someone who is weak and that's not being a man. Hagakure. If you support that traitor we break up. Ajiro. I don't care, I'm going to help Midoriya. Okoyami. Same here, I won't let a good-hearted person get hurt and I don't care if you break up with me, Sai. Bakugo. What do you want to do to my brother, you pieces of shit with legs? At that Bakugo started to release explosions in the room and Izawa had to interfere. Izawa. What the hell is wrong with everyone? Bakugo. Those bastards want to take advantage of Izuku. Izawa. Whatever you want to do. Hiroshima. Nada. Iida. Professor Izawa, they wanted to do something to Izuku because he got sick this morning. Izawa. Midoriya is sick, I'll go see. Izawa approaches Izuku's bedroom and knocks on the door. Koda. Who is it? Izawa. I'm Izuku's teacher. Koda. Pace Izawa-sensei. Izawa. I can see Midoriya. Koda. Yes, he is there in his bed. Izawa approaches Izuku's bed. Izawa. It does look bad. Koda. It's been like this since morning. Izawa. That's too bad, well I'll leave you. Are you hungry? I'll get you something. Siva Izawa. Koda. He didn't even let me answer, but oh well. Koda stayed watching TV in Izuku's room while he was asleep. In Izuku's mind. Nana. Boy, I see you inherited my way of getting sick. Izuku. I see that I not only inherited the OFA. First bearer. Boy, we brought you here for a very important sedition. Izuku. And what is it? Nana. You will choose whether to continue inheriting the OFA or not. Izuku. Easy, I'm going to continue inheriting it, I'm even going to divide it among 4 people. The carriers. In 4 people. Izuku. See, such as the Syrian Eri, Koda, Kitsuma and Maharo. Nana. I knew the decision, boy. Izuku begins to fade. Nana. It seems you're already waking up. Izuku. See you. Izuku wakes up and sees an old woman next to him. Izuku. Don't see scares like that recovery girl. RG. Calm down boy, I'll cure you. Recovery girl gives Izuku a kiss which heals instantly. Izuku. I feel better now to do what I promised, Koda let's go. Koda. Where to? Izuku. Let's see what made me as strong as I am now. Koda. Let's go. Izuku. Go to the living room, I have to make a call. City. Okay Izuku. Recovery and Koda left the room. Izuku dials Shisaki's cell phone. Chisaki. What's up, brat? Izuku. Chisaki, I'm going to his house, I need him to hide Stain from you, Muscular, and you hide too. Chisaki. Why? Izuku. For 3 reasons. 1, some friends are going to go, and some of them are professional heroes. If one is Lemillion or Mirio. 2 is that Eri is going to go, I don't think she wants to see you, and Koda is going to go, I don't want her to see Muscular, and 3rd Ingenium's brother Ida Tenya is going to go, and I don't want there to be a fight between Stain and Ida, so are you going to do that, yes or no? Chisaki. If I'm going to do it, I'll tell the others. Izuku. Thanks Chisaki, I owe you one. Chisaki. You're welcome, just bring me 2 cartons of beer for the hiding places. Izuku. Okay, bye. The call is cut off and Izuku goes down to the living room. Izuku. Well, let's go, friends. Mirio. Have you recovered yet? Izuku. Me say no recovery, girl. Eri. Yes, let's go. Izuku's friends. We're going too. Izuku. Well, let's go in my truck. Everyone. Do you have a truck? Izuku. Yes, I bought it a few days ago. Then everyone left in the van. It was a beautiful sunset and they had arrived at the house where Izuku stayed for 2 years, the house of his teachers, the house where a strong man came out. Izuku. Well, everyone get off, we're here. Now we have to walk down into the forest and the house will be there. All? Yes. Then they all carefully went down into the forest and there was the house where I trained, intact and illuminated. Izuku. Here it is. Garou. Hello Izuku, long time no see. Izuku. Holy Garou-sensei. Garou. Come in, everyone whispering in Izuku's ear, they already hid. Izuku. Okay. So everyone entered the house normally and met Madara, Zamasu, Garou and Teach. Madara. Nice to meet you young heroes, I am Madara and I teach Izuku everything I know. Izuku. Hahaha, it's true. While young people and heroes were talking in the living room, the 2 children walked around the house and found a room where Chisaki, Muscular and Stain were. Koda. And if we open it? Eri. I don't see anything wrong with it, open it. At the moment of opening it, Muscular, Stain and Chisaki were seen. Eri and Koda. Chisaki, Muscular. Chisaki and Muscular. Hello. Both children ran away terrified towards Izuku. Izuku. What's up, kids? The 2 kids. Papa Chisaki is there, Izuku Muscular is there, go and defeat them. Izuku. Let's see what they saw. Izuku rushed forward at the speed of light. Izuku. Hide, get out of the house and come back now, but run now. Both villains left the house. Izuku. Come on guys, there's no one there. Eri. I think we saw Koda wrong. Koda. But there was Muscular sitting there. Izuku. Calm down, Koda, look, turns on a light, it was just a set of clothes from my teachers, that's all, there's no need to worry. A loud bang is heard in the room. Izuku. Now what? Izuku looked down at Todoroki and Bakugo thinking they were very drunk. Izuku. What happened? Zamasu. Those 2 got drunk and are fighting in the yard. Izuku. I'm going to have to separate them once and for all before anything gets worse. Bakugo. What a weakened bastard, Winter, you can't beat me, damn you. Todoroki. You have to check it out, you crazy damn Muslim. Both of them launched an attack, but Izuku stopped them by holding his arms, hitting them and leaving them unconscious. Izuku. That was easier than I thought, well let's go guys, it's already night, we don't see teachers. Izuki's masters. Goodbye Izuku. So everyone left the place, returning to the truck. While in Principal Nezu's office. Nezu. So you want to have a confrontation with young Izuku Midoriya? That's right, Mr. Nezu, I want to check how strong you are in combat. Nezu. And you, sir, why do you want to see young Izuku? I want to ask you a few questions about my missing disciple. Nezu. Well, tomorrow at recess you can face young Izuku Midoriya and you can ask him some questions. By the way, can you tell me your names? Darkshine. I am Super Alloy Darkshine and I want to see that young man in action showing his muscles. Nezu. And you, old man? Fang. I am Silver Fang, martial arts master. Chapter 7, Darkshine vs Izuku and more Midoriyas in the family. A few clarifications first of all. 1. The events in Heroes Rising occurred after the camp and the children already knew Izuku and trusted him. 2. One or another enemy or hero of the anime villains of this story will appear. 3. More stories I have in my head will come soon. 4. Izuku knows how to use different breaths from Kimetsu no Yaiba. Night had arrived, the friends had returned from the visit to Izuku's teachers. Izuku carried Koda and Eri to his bedroom, left them lying on the different beds in his room, went down with his friends to the kitchen to have dinner, then he heard the barking of a dog outside High Alliance. It was Rover in this small form. Izuku. A puppy, how strange, it has 6 eyes. At that the dog rushed into Izuku's arms and he received it. Izuku. What a cute dog, I think I'll keep you, what an idiot, maybe more children will come to you and you'll adopt a dog, well, finally, and it looks pretty cute. Izuku. Well, let's go. In Little Rover it was based on the legend of the legendary dog that looked a lot like the puppy, coincidence? I don't think so. Izuku enters carrying Rover. Uraraka. And that's Izuku-kun. Izuku. It's my new pet, his name is Rover, I found him out there. Deity. And he had no owner. Izuku. I checked it, it didn't have a license plate, and I checked the surroundings and there was no one. Momo. And why does it have 6 eyes? Izuku. I don't know, but isn't it cute? He strokes Rover's hair. Akugu. I've seen that dog in books, it's a monster that was defeated by the hero Saitama. Izuku. What a disturbing fact, but anyway, I'll keep it, I'm going to buy him food and some other things. Uraraka. Can I pet him, Izuku-kun? Izuku. Clara, Uraraka-san. Uraraka pets Rover and became attached to Rover. Mineta. What the hell is a dog doing here? Izuku. Shut up, you damn grape hair, it's my new pet. Hagakure. There can't be pets here. Koda. I have a rabbit and I don't see why a dog is here. Izuku. Thanks Koda, but it's useless to make these apes understand. Kirishima. Damn, you'll see now. Kirishima was going to lunge at Izuku, but received a strong burst of fire and a large discharge of electricity from Rover. Izuku. Wow, this little guy has a lot of power, stroking his head. Akugu. This dog is awesome. Izuku. Well, let's have dinner. What will I give this little one? I'll give him meat for now. So Izuku's friends had dinner and each went to their room. Izuku is preparing a bed for little Rover. Izuku. Well Rover, this is going to be your makeshift bed. Rover lay down on his makeshift bed and began to sleep. Izuku. He looks so cute sleeping, anyway, let's go to sleep, there's school tomorrow. So Izuku began to sleep. It was already Monday, Izuku woke up to train and have breakfast. Koda and Eri began to wake up and get up. Eri. Good morning Koda. City. Hola Eri. Eri. And in that package there is. Koda. Let's see. Both of them get up from their beds, move the bundle with a broom handle, when they pointed it out they saw little Rover lying down. Eri and Koda. A first beast. Both hid in Izuku's bed and covered themselves with a blanket. At that Izuku finished breakfast, washed his dishes and headed to his bedroom, but when he entered he noticed a large lump on his bed. Izuku opens the blanket on his bed and sees Koda and Eri hugging each other in fear. Izuku. What's up, looks like you saw a monster. Eri. Dad, there's a monster in that lump. Pointing to where Rover was. Koda. What do we do Izuku? Izuku. Let me see. Izuku uncovers the package and Rover is lying down. Izuku. He's not a monster, kids. Koda and Eri. What? Izuku. Let me explain. I explained to them how I had found Rover. Koda. So it's a dog. Izuku. Yes, and his name is Rover. At that moment the two realized that Eri was playing with Rover. Izuku. Well, take a bath and get ready because he has school. Both? Yes. Both got ready and went to classes, Izuku took them to school and he went to his own. Uraraka. Hola Izuku-kun, como amanesist? Izuku. Very well, thank you. Uraraka. Hey, do you think after class you could teach me how to use armor hockey? Somewhat nervous and blushing. Izuku. Clara Uraraka-san. Classes passed until lunchtime. Before they left the classroom, Darkshine entered. He was wearing grey pants and Silver Fang was dressed as always. Darkshine. Who is Izuku Midoriya? Everyone pointed to where Izuku was. He stood up from his place to where Darkshine was. Izuku. What is it, Mr. Darkshine? Darkshine. I challenge you to a fight, you and me. Todoroki. That's not human, it's too muscular. Izuku. I agree, get ready for me to sweep the floor with you. All. What? Darkshine. Well, I'll wait for you at the Gamma Field. Izuku. What did the old man come for? Silver Fang. I just came to ask you a few questions. So Darkshine and Izuku were in the Gamma Field. Darkshine. I want to see how strong you are, brat, showing off his muscles. Izuku. Of course, stretching. Class A and B were witnessing the fight in the stands. Kendo. I hope my Izuku wins. Uraraka. You're really still doing that? Izawa. Well, if you're ready, start. Both approached at great speed and collided their fists, making a smokescreen, raising a large curtain of dust. Izuku attacks Darkshine with a barrage of blows, making Darkshine retreat. He tackles him and thought he had already won because he had thought that it had happened like Garou who broke his ribs, but he realized that Izuku is covered in something black that covered him. Izuku. You are surprising Mr. Darkshine, disappearing. The body armor hockey completed. Darkshine. This is impossible, you should have already fallen with that blow. Izuku. I'm going to use one of my many techniques Kaioken X20. So everyone would see how Izuku took out a red energy. Izuku. Get ready Darkshine. So Izuku disappeared from everyone's sight and appeared in front of Darkshine. Izuku. Flowing water fist crushing rock. So Izuku started hitting Darkshine in a very fast and strong way, everyone was surprised by Izuku's strength. Silver Fang. It can't be, they're Garou techniques. Kendo. Those kinds of martial arts that my Izuku has are very difficult to learn, Izuku is great with stars in his eyes. Uraraka. This bitch doesn't know that Izuku is going to be mine muttering. So both resume their fight, both hit brutally, Izuku hit with a Gurgura while protecting himself with a full body armor haki. Darkshine felt fear again, like when he fought with Garou. Darkshine hit Izuku lol and super alloy bazooka making Izuku retreat. He deactivates the armor haki and the Kaioken, since if he continued like that he would run out of energy. Izuku. Well, it will be time to use another type of maneuver. Izuku's hair begins to turn red, like his left eye with its yellow pupil. Darkshine. This brat has the same ability as Garou. Thus the fight resumed, Darkshine found it difficult to dodge Izuku's blows, since they were strong and fast. Izuku makes the next move. Izuku. Dragon Slayer Cross-Fang Fist. Darkshine would receive the attack directly in his chest, throwing him several meters back. Izuku. True Fist of the Tiger Fang. On Izuku's right arm a tiger began to form that hit Darkshine directly. At that moment Darkshine felt again the same thing he felt when he fought against Garou. Fear. That feeling haunted Darkshine again, who was trembling with fear once again. So Izuku began to hit his opponent harder and harder. Darkshine could not take it anymore, he was very scared of having challenged Izuku to a fight. Darkshine. Laughing. Izuku. Sorry. Darkshine. I give up, you win while shaking and sweating. Izuku. Okay. Kendo. It's amazing, Izuku made the hero give up. Bakugo. That's amazing, Izuku not only hit him, but made him give up. Todoroki. Now pay me, I win the bet. All 3A and 3B took money out of their pockets and gave it to Todoroki. Momo. What exactly did you bet Todoroki? Todoroki. What would Lord Darkshine give up against Izuku? Uraraka. It's impressive that someone so strong says to give up, that's why Izuku is great. Mina. You really are in love with Izuku. Uraraka. How do you think that? Kendo. It's good that you don't like it because it's going to be mine again. Uraraka. You wish, bitch. Kendo. Like you told me. Uraraka. PRRA. Mina. Calm down both of you separating them. Izawa. That was amazing. Silver Fang. I don't think so, Darkshine surrendered to that young Izuku, he is definitely someone to be feared. Izuku would step off the platform while Darkshine was healed by Recovery Girl. Kendo. You were great, love. Trying to hug and kiss him, but he dodges her. Uraraka. That was amazing Izuku-kun, let's go teach me armor haki. Izuku. There are still half of the classes left, don't be impatient. Silver Fang. Before you go, answer my questions. Izuku. As you wish, Mr. Fang. So Izuku and Fang went to the dining rooms to a table apart from the others. Izuku. Well, let's start now, there are only 20 minutes left. Silver Fang. Well, this is one of my questions, do you know where Garou is? At that moment Izuku started to get nervous. Izuku. No, I don't know where Garou is. Silver Fang. Where did you learn those techniques? Izuku. I researched them in books and practiced them. Silver Fang. Tell me the truth, child. Izuku. That's the truth. Silver Fang looked at him closely and Izuku saw him too, but he took out his monstrous aura, making Fang sweat. Silver Fang. Well, I'm leaving young Izuku Midoriya, we'll see each other later. So the hours passed until the bell rang. Uraraka. Ahorisu Izuku ensne malhaki to Armadura. Izuku. Well, first get changed and we'll see each other downstairs. I'm going to get my kids. See you when I get back. So Izuku went to get Kota and Eri from school, left them in their room to do their homework, and took Rover to get some air. Izuku. Okay, Uraraka, let's get started. The first thing you have to do is gather energy to protect the area you want to protect, and that's it. I don't know if that's how it works, please tell me. Uraraka. I'll try Izuku-kun. Izuku. But first, you have to do 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and run the entire UA 10 times. Uraraka. That sounds very difficult. Izuku. I do that but 100 times more. Uraraka. I think you're amazing. Izuku. Well, start now, this will be for a week or until you master armor haki. Todoroki. What are you doing? Uraraka. Izuku-kun is training me to master armor haki. Todoroki. teach me too please. Izuku. Okay, you're going to do the U, it's going to be Uraraka. Todoroki. Thank you. Bakugo. Thanks for what? Todoroki. What is armor hockey going to teach me? Bakugo. Teach me too, Izuku, you bastard. Momo. Me too please. Iida and Mina. Us too. Koda. Me too. Izuku. Okay, do the same as Uraraka. Ball. Thank you. Momo. By the way Izuku, Principal Nezu is looking for you in his office. Izuku. Well I'll go, let's go little Rover. So Izuku and Rover walked to Principal Nezu's office, but before arriving they ran into Class B. Class B. Please also teach armor hockey. Izuku. No. Kendo. Why not love? Izuku. Well because I don't want to and I don't feel like it. Tetsu. Teach us you damn bastard. Before Izuku could do anything, everyone stopped suddenly to see what was behind him. It was Rover who had grown in size. Izuku. What's wrong, it seems like you saw a ghost. The entire B side pointed behind Izuku. Izuku. Oh I see, Rover returns to normal, it's not worth it. Rover returns to his small size and they both continue on their way. Izuku knocks on the door. Nezu. Pace Joven Izuku Midoriya. Izuku. Well, what am I worried about, director? Nezu. Well first of all what is that dog doing here? Izuku. He's my pet, his name is Rover. Nezu. Well back to the topic, you remember the young Miharo and the little Kitsuma. Izuku. If I remember them, are they okay? Nezu. Well this is the problem, your father abandoned you and left you to your fate on an island where he was supposed to leave you while he went on an investigation and left you to your fate on the island. Luckily we managed to locate you, your father still hasn't appeared and both of them wanted to stay with you, do you accept? Izuku. Of course I accept Director Nezu, when will they arrive? Nezu. Tonight at 8:30. Izuku. Well I'll wait for you at the entrance of UA, well I'm leaving. Izuku leaves Principal Nezu's office. Nezu. He may be cold, but he still has that kindness inside him. So Izuku arrived where his friends were. Uraraka. What did the director want you for? Izuku. It's a surprise. So 2 hours of training passed for Izuku's friends who almost fainted from overtraining. Iida. This is almost inhuman. Bakugo. I'm okay with the 4 eyes. Izuku. I do this but 10 times more. Todoroki. I see where you got so much strength from. Izuku. Yes, now that they have finished their warm-up, they begin to accumulate energy in one of their limbs to see if they achieved armor hockey. Said and done, Izuku's friends began to accumulate energy, they began to notice black spots coming out of his body. Izuku. They're doing well, they just need more training. Iida. It is difficult. Izuku. Look at this. Izuku began to display full-body armor hockey. Izuku. This is the full-body armor hockey. His friends. Incredible. Izuku. And there are different types of hockey that he mastered. Uraraka. Which? Izuku. Visionary and Conqueror. Bakugo. How many tricks you have up your sleeve? Izuku. Well, that's it for today, we'll continue tomorrow. So they went to the dorms to eat until it was 8:25. Izuku. I'll be back in a moment. Todoroki. Adon Vaz Izuku. Izuku. At the entrance of UA to wait for someone. Uraraka. Who Izuku with jealousy. Izuku. Sorpresa Uraraka. Hiroshima. It's probably to betray us again. Izuku didn't respond and walked out the entrance. Izuku. Good evening Principal Nezu. Nezu. You're just in time, young Izuku. The two saw a white van pull up to the entrance. Nezu. They've arrived. Kitsuma and Miharo got out of the truck and when they saw Izuku, they just went to hug him and cry on him. Kitsuma and Miharo. Thank you Izuku for letting us live with you. Izuku hugs them and strokes their hair. Izuku. You're welcome, come on, let's get your things. So Izuku started carrying Kitsuma and Miharu's things. Izuku. Well let's go in. So Izuku, Kitsuma and Miharu entered the 3A dorms. Bakugo. Hello Miharu. Miharu. Hello Uncle Bakugo. Sai. Are you going to start kidnapping children Izuku? Bakugo. Shut up you damn copy of Kennedy the Frog. Izuku. It's not worth it, brother. Uraraka. And what are you doing here Izuku-kun? Izuku. Well they're going to stay with me. Mina. Seriously? Izuku. Yes, their dad abandoned them and they decided to stay with me. Todoroki. How cruel. Momo. Poor things hugging the brothers. Mina. You sure have a big heart, Izuku. Izuku. Well, what do you want for dinner, little ones? Kitsuma y Miharu. Katsuden. Izuku. They read my mind, let me prepare it. So 10 minutes passed since Izuku prepared the katsudon for his friends and Kitsuma and Miharu. He went to get Eri and Kota for dinner. He explained to them that Kitsuma and Miharu were going to stay with them. Izuku. How are you? All. Delicious. Kitsuma. Izuku, can you sing us something? All. Can you sing? Izuku. Yes, I can sing. When they told me I didn't have a quirk, I tried music to see if it awakened my gift. I can play the piano, violin, guitar, and sing. Momo. Wow, that is impressive. Eri. Come on dad, sing. Izuku. Okay, Momo, can you make a piano please? Type. Izuku. Create the piano and start playing. Many of those who were in their rooms came down to see who was producing those beautiful melodies. Jiro. Who is singing so beautifully? Mina. It's Izuku who's singing. Ajiro. It's amazing how he sings. Uraraka. CKS impressionante Izuku-kun. Momo. When are you going to tell him? Uraraka. I don't know, I get nervous when I see those beautiful green eyes. Mina. You are madly in love with Izuku, but you have to watch out for Kendo too. Uraraka. You're right about that, I won't let anyone hurt Izuku again. Izuku's song but in all the dorms of 3B. Kendo. Who will be singing? Ibara. I think it's Izuku. Yui. Yes, Izuku sings well. The song ended, they finished dinner and went to sleep. Izuku took his 4 children to his room. Eri. Daddy, when will I have a mom again? Izuku San Rojo. Izuku. I don't know Eri, it will be until I find someone who truly loves me, not like the other one. Eri, good night dad. Izuku. Good night Eri. Meanwhile at the Z City Hero Association. Did you manage to get some information, Mr. Fang? Silver Fang. No, sir, he didn't say anything about Garou's whereabouts. Homework. I want to see the boy, maybe I can convince him to let me see Mr. Garou, in 10 days we will go. Silver Fang. Okay, I'll go with you. Chapter 8 Izuku vs the Monster Association. It had already been a month after the humiliation that Izuku did to Darkshine, and also the arrival of Kitsuma and Miharu to live with him. Izuku and his 4 children got along very well with each other. It was Monday, Izuku was the first to wake up, he trained, had breakfast, woke up the 4, took them to school, and he went to theirs. Uraraka. Buenos dias Izuku-kun. Izuku. Holy Uraraka-san. Todoroki. Hello broccoli with legs. Izuku. Hello strawberry popsicle. Then he reaches Izawa. Izawa. Izuku, they need you in direction, it's important. Izuku. Of course, Mom Caterpillar, I'm coming. Bakugo. Ha Mom Caterpillar. In Principal Nezu's office, Izuku knocks on the door. Nezu. Past the young Midoriya. Izuku. How did you know it was me? Nezu. I'm the smartest kid in Japan, take a seat. Izuku. Well, what do you need me for, director? Nezu. We need you to go on a rescue mission. At that Endeavor enters sad and bandaged up to his head, he kneels where Izuku is. Endeavor. Please Izuku, save my family, I couldn't beat them, I beg you, save them. Izuku. Who are they talking about? Nezu. From the Monster Association. At that moment Izuku's eyes opened wide. Nezu. Mrs. Ray and her 2 children Natsuo, Fayumi, Todoroki and Mrs. Mitsuki were kidnapped by the Monster Association and we wanted to ask you if it could be leaked to the Monster Association. Izuku. Yes, Director Nezu, Mr. Endeavor, don't worry, bring your family safe and sound. At that moment Endeavor gets up and hugs Izuku. Endeavor. Thank you very much Izuku. Izuku. I'll leave tonight at 10 o'clock, I'll just need my katana. Nezu. Okay young Izuku, we wish you luck on this mission. Izuku. Thank you Principal, I'll go back to class and prepare for the mission. Izuku left Principal Nezu's office and returned to his classroom. Izawa. And what did you decide? Izuku. Accept the mission. Ajiro. What mission? Izuku. It's none of your business. Kirishima. Damn dinos. Izawa. Silence Kirishima, now Izuku returns to your place. So classes passed until night, Izuku called his friends to his room. Uraraka. Why did they call us Izuku-kun? Izuku. Lee, I have to say something important. I'm going on a rescue mission to the Monster Association. Momo. It's because of Todoroki. Izuku. Yes, I'm going to rescue Endeavor's family and Aunt Mitsuki. I know Todoroki is strong, but he couldn't handle all the monsters, so I'm going to the Monster Association. Uraraka. 10 Kyudato Izuku. Izuku. Thank you Uraraka-san, can you take care of the children while I'm gone? Uraraka. See Izuku. Izuku. Well, I'll go get ready to leave. So Izuku went to his room, put on his suit, loaded his katana to leave. Eri. Where are you going dad? Izuku. I'm going to rescue your uncle Todoroki and Aunt Mitsuki. Hoda. Be careful Izuku. Izuku. Claro City. Bitsuma and Mahoro. Take care Izuku. Izuku. Of course little ones, Uraraka will take care of you so that you are safe and Rover will also be with you. 4. Yes, Dad. Izuku kisses the four of them on the forehead. Izuku. See you, Uraraka, I leave them to you a lot. Uraraka. Yes, Izuku-kun kisses her on the left cheek. Take good care of yourself. Izuku blushes, but they couldn't see him because he put on the mask. Izuku. Thanks Uraraka, well I'm going to split monsters' mothers. Bakugo. Please bring my mom back safe and sound. Izuku. Of course, brother. So Izuku said goodbye to his friends and headed towards the Monster Association. He arrived flying and crashed into the door at high speed destroying it. Izuku saw hundreds of monsters coming. Izuku. Yami Yami no Mi. Mass destruction. So Izuku using the Yami Yami disintegrated all the monsters that came towards him. Izuku started moving forward and ran into Gums, that's the monster's name. Izuku. How ugly you are. Gums. I will destroy you and then eat you. Izuku. We'll see about that. Thus began a small fight between the two. Gums had great strength, but Izuku was stronger. Izuku seconded his katana. Izuku. 7th stance. Sunflower lunge. Izuku launched the powerful attack and eliminated Gums. So Izuku continued in the Monster Association and ran into Phoenix Man. Izuku. A human bird, now I've seen it all, I know you can come back from the dead, so I'll finish this easily. Hakai. Izuku launched the disintegrated Hakai at Phoenix Man, disintegrating his body and spirit, and in this way he would not return to life. Izuku continued advancing and found his friend and his family in a prison guarded by G5 and Rhino Wrestler. Todoroki. Damn you, you'll see when someone comes and kicks your ass. G5. Shut up, damn it, nobody's coming for you. Izuku. I think you're wrong. Todoroki. Izuku. The two who were keeping watch lunged at Izuku. Izuku. Heartburst release fist. Izuku threw the blow at both of them, exploding their hearts. Once they were defeated, Izuku proceeded to tear off the metal door of the prison where they were. Izuku. Hello Todoroki family, Aunt Mitsuki, I came to save you. Todoroki. It's good to see you, Izuku be back with you. Behind Izuku was a giant black sperm hitting Izuku which he dodges. Yes. Damn, you'll regret joining the Monster Association. Izuku. We'll see about that, Todoroki. Get on the beds. While activating the power of the Yami Yami. The Todoroki and Mitsuki family got on the beds and Izuku began to fight against black sperm. Izuku took it and it began to disintegrate and it did not regenerate. Izuku. 2nd stance. Sky and flames ascending. Thus Izuku launched the attack that split him into 4. Izuku. Yami Yami. Sea of Darkness. He launched the attack and black sperm disappeared. Izuku. They're fine. Ray. Yes, we are fine. Izuku. You can come down now and come with me. So the Todoroki and Mitsuki were Izuku. He took out his black whips and wrapped them around the waists of the members of Endeavor's family and Aunt Mitsuki. Izuku. Well, let's go. So Izuku and Endeavor's family continued moving towards the exit, but not before running into the pureblood vampire. Upon seeing him Izuku wrapped Endeavor's family in his whips. Vampire. I think you've come this far, young man, as you call yourself to remember your name. Izuku. Texas smash 30%. Izuku launched the attack and destroyed the pureblood vampire's body. Izuku. That was easy, well let's continue. Izuku continued on his way while defeating several enemies such as Nyan, Homeless Emperor, Evil Natural Water, Biketsu, Royal Ripper, Dues, Face Reaper, Hundred-Eyed Octopus, Eyesight, Free Hug, The Great Food Tub, Demonic Long Hair, Super Mouse, Unihern, Gale Wind, Hellfire Flame, Bakuzan, Volton and Evil Eye. It should be noted that the latter left him very injured, in short, he screwed several. Izuku. Damn I'm very tired I should have dodged them and left, but I have valuable merchandise. They were about to leave, but in front of them was a giant figure, the king of the monsters, Irachi. Irachi. You're a bastard, you killed more than half of all my subordinates, and you think I'm just going to let you go just like that? Izuku. Do you want to die too? Well, it doesn't matter. Isaac. Gurgura. National Earthquake. Izuku attacked Irachi and he stepped back due to the great blow, spitting blood as he fell to the ground. The tremor was felt in UA. Hiroshima. What the hell is going on? Bakugo. Izuku is what's going on. Nezu. Everyone leave the UA facilities immediately. Everyone left the premises. In the House of Villains. Zamasu. What was that? Teach. It seems the boy is using the Gurgura. Madara. But who is he fighting against to make such a tremendous tremor? Garou. It's probably with Irachi, we have to go see. Madara. I agree with Boomerang Head. Stain. Let's go there. Tasaki and Muscular. Ha 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 Boomerang Head. Garou. Damned. On the battlefield. Izuku. Todoroki, take them to that ship and get out of here, I'll face him. Todoroki. Be careful brother and don't die. Izuku. I'm not that easy to kill. Izuku. Monster's transformation second phase. Walking monster. So Izuku began to attack Irachi with great force while Irachi tried to defend himself. In a careless moment Izuku was hit by one of Irachi's dragons and he prepared one of his most powerful attacks. He launched the attack, but Izuku defended himself with a Yami Yami shield consuming the fire. The fight continued and Irachi continued launching his attacks. This attack hit Izuku full on, but he managed to activate the full body armor Haki but received damage, but launched a Carolina Smash 50% destroying the dragons. This one hurt Izuku, making a scar on his stomach, causing him to fall to the ground, detransforming and spitting blood. In a news helicopter. Reporter. We are on the battlefield, where the clash of titans is taking place. The young Izuku Midoriya appears on the ground injured and spitting blood. At the UA. Eri. No dad crying. Koda. Calm down Eri, he won't die so easily. Izawa. This is almost inhuman, and no one should miss seeing this confrontation. Uraraka. Izuku. Back in battle. Izuku. I must get up and keep fighting. Irachi. Give up already, human. Izuku. Monster's transformation third phase. Walking ogre. Thus the fight resumed in which Irachi was being humiliated by Izuku who raised the Gurugura and the Ofa doing different smash that hurt the king of the monsters and he would transform into his dragon form. Irachi in this one he tried to hurt Izuku, but he couldn't. Izuku was on another level, he had been surpassed by a human. Izuku. Monster transformation 4 phase. Incinerating devil. Izuku. Prepare to die, Gurugura on the right, Ofa on the left. Izuku kicked Irachi into the sky so he wouldn't do any damage on the ground. Izuku Gurugura. Sky Eater Texas Smash 80%. Izuku launched the attack splitting the sky in half and breaking Irachi's entire body, and with the Texas Smash, he threw him towards the ground, embedding him in the ground making a crater in the floor. Izuku's teachers arrived at the battlefield and saw Irachi fall to the ground, returning to his original form. Irachi. This is impossible how a simple human has me in these conditions. Izuku returns to his human form. Izuku. This wretched human was trained by beasts. Irachi. Now just finish with this. Izuku. Yami Yami. Disintegration. So Izuku touched him with his hand full of darkness and disintegrated him, ending the life of the king of the monsters that remained knelt before Izuku. Monsters. Long live the king. Reporter. Improon and a young Izuku defeated the king of the monsters and the monsters called him king. Izuku saw Garou from afar. Izuku. I'm not the king, he is pointing at Garou, he will be his king now. All the monsters would start to flatter the king of the Garou monsters. Garou. Thanks brat. Izuku falls unconscious to the ground, bleeding to death. Izuku's teachers. Izuku brat. Chisaki. We need to get him to a hospital quickly. Zamasu. I'll take him, you guys go back to the hideout. Zamasu teleports and takes Izuku to a hospital. At UA, Izuku's friends were preparing to go to the hospital where their friend was. At that moment the Todoroki family arrives at Director Nezu's office and he was with Endeavor. Endeavor sees his family come in and goes to hug them. Endeavor. Glad everyone is okay. Todoroki. I think you owe Izuku a big one. Ray. The young Izuku fought with several powerful monsters with which he almost died. Natsuo. He looks great fighting and almost dies on several occasions. Fayumi. He's going to be a great hero. Endeavor. I think I'll see him later. Shoto, go with your friends to see Midoriya. Todoroki nodded and headed towards the 3A dorms. Upon arriving he saw his friends almost ready to leave. Momo. Shoto hugs him and kisses him. I'm glad you're okay crying, I thought I wouldn't see you again. Todoroki. Calm down love, I'm back thanks to Midoriya gives him a kiss on the forehead. Kirishima. Hello Todoroki, what happened? Have you freed yourself from the traitor? He gets kicked in the stomach by Iida, causing him to spit up blood. Iida. Don't call my friend that again. Bakugo. Wow 4 eyes, I never thought you would do that, ha 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 ha. That's where Mitsuki comes in. Mitsuki. Hijo. Bakugo. Mama. They both hug each other. Bakugo. I'm glad you're okay, mom. Mitsuki. Thanks to your friend I'm fine, he is very strong. Mina. Well, we have to go now. Uraraka. Yes, let's go. Koda. Are you going to take the 4 children? Uraraka. Yes Koda, I can't leave them alone. Jiro. Can I go too? Uraraka. Okay, let's go. In bedrooms 3B. Kendo. Let's go to the hospital where Izuku is. Yui. Why Kendo? Kendo. To see Izuku and no bitch gets near him. Ibara. When will this woman understand? Satsuna. Okay, let's go. So Izuku's friends arrived at the hospital, they looked for the room where Izuku was, they saw their friend on a stretcher asleep, bandaged and in a cast. Doctor? You must be Izuku's friends, right? Ida. Yes, we are his friends. Uraraka. How are you? Doctor? He is in a bit of a bad condition, he has 3 broken ribs, 1 arm, he lost a lot of blood, and he got a scar on the left side of his body in the shape of an X. Momo. Poor Izuku. Akugu. Damn monsters who create themselves to hurt my brother. Uraraka only saw Izuku asleep in the mirror. Uraraka. When will I wake up? Doctor? It could be in at least 2 hours, I'll call you when I wake up. Todoroki. Thank you, doctor. In the Heroes Association. Employee. Boss, you saw what that kid achieved. Homework. That boy is amazing, tomorrow we will go to the UA to wait for him or else to the hospital. Darkshine. See, I wasn't lying about that kid. Metal Bat. That boy could easily be S-class rank 1. Genos. I don't think he's as strong as Sensei to be S-class rank 1. Tatsumaki. Will he be single? Saitama. You never change, right Tatsumaki? Tatsumaki. Shut up you damn baldy, just because you're already married to my sister you can say that. Cute prisoner. Calm down dear, sooner or later you'll find someone. Atomic Samurai. The katana he had is amazing. Kid Emperor. Are you jealous that he managed to defeat Black Sperm and you didn't? Atomic Samurai. You're going to see, damn child. Metal Bat. I could have defeated Irachi with one hand tied. Homework. With all due respect, but I don't think any of you, except for Saitama and Tatsumaki, could have done anything to him. Anyway, you can leave now. The heroes leave the room and only Terio remains. Task, see you soon Mr. Garou. At the Todoroki house. Ray. Enji, can I ask you something? Endeavor. Whatever you want, love. Ray. Can we adopt Izuku? Endeavor was surprised by his wife's request. Endeavor. Okay, I'll do my best. Ray. Thank you love. Ray gives him a kiss on the cheek. Izuku's friends and their children went out to eat. 2 hours later the doctor called them, saying that Izuku had woken up and were heading back to the hospital where Izuku was, but before they ran into Kendo and her friends. Kendo. What are you doing here? Uraraka. We came to see Izuku-kun. Kendo. And what are you doing with my daughter pointing at Eri? Eri. I'm not your daughter anymore since you abandoned dad. Uraraka. And you Kendo, you still have the nerve to come see him, if I remember correctly you hit him when he asked you for help, so with your permission we are going in. So leaving the Kendo group they entered the hospital where Izuku was. Nurse. You came to see young Izuku, right? Come in, he's waiting for you. Uraraka, thank you miss. Izuku. Hello friends. Uraraka lightly hits him on the head. Izuku. And what did that mean? Uraraka. Idiot you almost died. Izuku. But I'm here and that's the good thing. Akugu. You looked great fighting Irachi. Izuku. You're welcome. Momo. Thank you so much for saving Todoroki, I'll owe you for life. Izuku. You're welcome Momo, I did my duty. Momo. Still, thank you very much. Eri. Dad, I'm glad you're okay. Izuku. I told you I'd come back alive. At that moment the Kendo group enters the room where Izuku is. Kendo. Love, I'm glad you're okay. Izuku. How many times do I have to tell you that I am no longer your love? Kendo just kept quiet. Kendo. What did you do to me Izuku pointing at Uraraka? Uraraka. I didn't do anything to him, you were the one who hurt him. Kendo. It doesn't matter if I get my Izuku back. Kendo leaves the room angrily. Ibara. Thank the Lord you're okay Izuku. Izuku. Thank you Ibara. Ibara. Well we're leaving, take care of yourself Izuku. Izuku thanks Ibara. Chapter 9. The Rescue and a New Love. It had been 3 days since Izuku was in the hospital, one day Endeavor's family came to visit him. Izuku. Hello Todoroki family, it's good that you are well. Ray. Thank you Izuku, and we have some news for you. Izuku. Which one? Endeavor. We wanted to know if you want to be part of our family and be a Todoroki. Izuku. It was an honor to be part of your family, so I accepted. Ray. It is an honor to have you as a son Izuku. Izuku. Thanks mom. The Endeavor family on retreat, 2 weeks passed and Izuku was discharged from the hospital, he was on his way to UA. Extra. That's Izuku Midoriya. Extra. He is the one who defeated the Monster Association alone. The XTRA-2. And defeated the king of the monsters Irachi. The XTRA3. He's a hero. The XTRA4. I don't know why they accused him of being a traitor, his actions have shown that he would never do that. Child. Excuse me Mr. Midoriya, could I have your autograph? Showing a notebook and a pen. Sure, child, no problem. Izuku forms 20 sheets of the notebook. Child. Thank you Mr. Izuku. Izuku. Take care, kid. So Izuku continued on his way with people who wanted a photo and or an autograph with him until he reached UA. He opened the door to his classroom and there was no one there. Izawa. Hello Izuku, there are no classes due to what happened 2 weeks ago, everyone is in their dorms. Izuku. Okay. Izuku leaves his classroom and in his thoughts he only sees Uraraka. In the last few weeks he has only thought about her, and he has an internal struggle whether or not to tell her his feelings, until he reaches the door of the 3A dormitories, he enters, and the whole group is having breakfast. Momo. Hello Izuku, how are you? Izuki. I'm fine Momo, just a little sleepy. Todoroki. How are your wounds? Izuku. They're completely healed, although the wound here on this part of the stomach showing the scar is the one that hurt me the most, I couldn't move it if it hadn't been completely damaged. Akugu. The good thing is that you resist several attacks. 2 days passed and everyone returned to school. Everything was going well until the exit until the night he received a message from Tamura, his kidnapped Tenia to Uraraka and her family. He did not waste his time and decided to go to the League's hideout since he knew where it was since it was an abandoned warehouse. Meanwhile in the villain's lair. Uraraka. And what do you want from us Shigaraki? Shigaraki. Easy kill them to make Izuku suffer. Uraraka. Why do they hate him so much? Shigaraki. Well, look, ma'am, he's a huge hindrance to us so I'll start right away. Before it touched Uraraka a loud bang was heard in the place, it was Izuku who would have destroyed the roof, he quickly hit Shigaraki sending him away. Izuku created a yummy barrier to protect Uraraka and her family. Dabi launched his blue flames towards Izuku and they hit him in the back, Izuku hit him in the face and slammed him against the floor, leaving him out of combat. Toga buried a knife in his right arm and Izuku hit her in the stomach, stamping her into a wall. Spinner attacks him with his sword, but Izuku takes his katana and makes a cut in his abdomen and hits him in the head, twice tries to attack him, but Izuku only with a Kai sphere leaves him out of combat. Shigaraki. We are going to go. Izuku. It's the same as the Nomu Endeavor encountered, I'm going to have some fun. Izuku put Uraraka and her family in a safe place, and Izuku went to fight the Nomu, both clashed fists, Izuku gave him a smash with 30%, but it didn't hurt him, the Nomu begins to throw punches at Izuku, he dodges the blows he can, Izuku raised the Nomu to the sky, and hit him with the Gurugura on the head, the Nomu boxes at great speed, but Izuku appeared in front of him, and hit him with the Kaioken X20, and once the Nomu was elevated, Izuku decided to finish it off once and for all. Izuku. Kamehameha. Izuku launched the powerful attack and eliminated the Nomu in seconds. Izuku went down and took Shigaraki, Dabi and Toga, he took them to an interrogation to do something. You will be left wanting, but I will teach it in a special. The Uraraka family was escorting their daughter back to UA, and Izuku arrived at the same time as them. Uraraka. Thank you Izuku for saving us hugs him. Izuku. You're welcome Uraraka hugs back. Uraraka. What a fine young man you are, you have permission to marry my daughter. Both teens blush to god levels. Izuku. No ma'am, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. Uraraka. Not yet whispering. Uraraka. Well see you daughter. Uraraka. Bye dad and mom hugs them take care. The family said goodbye so everyone could go their own way, it was already night so everyone went to their room. Izuku talked with Nana for a while. In Uraraka's room she was accompanied by Momo and Mina. Momo. So you're going to tell him? Uraraka. I don't even know how she'll react. Mina. It is possible for a person to be hurt by another, so it is possible for them to be healed by another. Momo. What do you mean? Mina. Maybe Kendo hurt Izuku a lot, but Uraraka can fill that void left in Izuku's heart. Uraraka. You're right, I bled Izuku's heart. In Izuku's room. Nana. So you're going to tell him, what? With a mischievous look. Izuku. Yes but I don't know what to say what's happening. Your mother does the same thing that Kendo did to me. Nana. Look kid life is only lived once, so do what makes you happy and stay with whoever makes you smile. If that love you feel towards Ichako is true, the old love will be part of the past. Once you fall in love, truly, you love that person in the good and the bad so don't reject your feelings towards her. Izuku. Thanks Nana for the advice well I'm going, it seems I'm already waking up. Nana. Good luck Izuku. Izuku woke up, it was the weekend, so he invited Ichako to his room to talk. Uraraka. Well what did you want to tell me Izuku? Izuku. Well, Uraraka, at first I was afraid to say it, I was afraid that the same thing would happen to me as with Kendo, but well, I really like you Uraraka, and I would like to know if you wanted to be my no. He didn't finish speaking until he received a kiss from Uraraka that he reciprocated. 5 minutes passed, and they had to separate, leaving a thread of saliva. But. Uraraka. Yes, I want to be your girlfriend Izuku, I've been waiting for this for 2 years. They both kissed again. Totomomo. Long live the bride and groom getting out of bed. Aizuacha. Since when are they there? Todoroki. For a while now. Akigugu. Congratulations bro, you got love again. The 4 children. Yes, we already have a mom. Outside the room was Kendo, listening to all this with fury since her boyfriend had been taken away from her. Kendo. I'm going to get you back anyway Izuku, maybe a good hit to the head will help. This is how Izuku and Uraraka's 1 week of dating passed. It was Wednesday, it was time to leave, but they had to stay in the classroom because Class S and homework came to the front. Terrio. Good afternoon to everyone present, I am Mr. Terrio, leader of the Hero Association, and I am looking for Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, nice to meet you Mr. Terrio. I'm Izuku Midoriya. What do you need from me? Homework. Well, to tell the truth, they want to talk to you, pointing at the S class. S class? We challenge you to a fight. Izuku? Why? Metal Bat. Because we saw how you defeated the Monster Association and we want to measure your strength. Izuku? Okay, I accept the fight. Chapter .10 Izuku vs Class S. Class S with Izuku were USJ for the confrontation, they also went to both classes and the masters, as well as pro heroes. Uraraka. Izuku, Tenku Dado. Izuku. Don't worry Ichako, I'm not going to hurt them that much. Metal Bat. It's ready Izuku. Izuku. They're going to lack hands to fight me next time. He didn't finish speaking because he received a zape from all his friends. Uraraka. Izuku no sees Grosero. Izuku. Sorry. Izawa. Well, get ready to start the confrontation. Izuku stood on his side to get ready, while stretching the S class had a little conversation. Darkshine. I'm not going to fight, I already fought him. Tatsumaki. It doesn't matter, you're still in the way. Saitama. You need to improve that attitude. Tatsumaki. Komo-si. So the S class already prepared to face Izuku. Izawa. 3 2 1 now. Izuku at the speed of light took Kid Emperor's backpack and destroyed it. Izuku. 1 less. Izuku hit the floor with a Gurugura, destroying the floor, separating the heroes. Metal Bat. How much power does that damn thing have? Tank Top Master. All I know is that you have to be careful or attack him. Atomic Samurai. I'm going to start right away. Atomic Samurai launched himself at Izuku, who drew his katana to stop Atomic Samurai's sword. Izuku. 4th stance. Wave of burning flames. Izuku launched the attack that left Atomic Samurai out of combat. Izuku. Well, he's next. Tank Top Master and Metal Bat launched themselves at Izuku, the latter took the bat from Metal Bat and hit Tank Top on the head and then hit Metal Bat with his own bat. Izuku. 2 birds with 1 stone, let's move on. PLL. I'm still handsome, I hope you survive my attack because you're too beautiful to die. Kendo. I agree with you sir. Uraraka. Shut up Kennel, Izuku is mine now. Prisoner Lindo activated his angel mode to attack Izuku, he was just dodging, Izuku hit him in the stomach with armor hockey, breaking his ribs and knocking him out. Metal Knight and Pig God attacked Izuku at the same time, Izuku just gave Metal Knight a strong blow destroying him and Pig God lifted him into the air, Izuku jumped and with a strong blow, embedded him into the ground, leaving the 2 heroes out of combat. Fang. Well, I'll continue taking off his sweater. Izuku. I expected this, old man taking off his top, causing the women to have a nosebleed. Izuku Fang. Flowing water fist crushing rock. Both began a section of blows that made the earth tremble. Izuku. True fist of the tiger Fang. That blow hit Fang hard and he fell to the ground. Izuku. Dragon Slayer cross Fang fist. But that blow Fang was defeated. Genos. Incinerate. Izuku. Yami. Absorber. Izuku absorbed Geno's attack, got behind him and returned his own attack. Izuku. Falta Watchdog Man, Zombie Man, Drive Knight, Tatsumaki, Saitama White King. King. I'll attack first. King started to get his scary look. Izuku. You think that scares me, watch and learn. King. It can't be, my gaze doesn't work, what do I do now? Izuku released a murderous aura larger than usual. Imagine Darkshine as King. King couldn't stand it any longer and fainted from fear. Tatsumaki. How did he do it? No one had fainted or defeated King. Saitama. I'm hungry. The heroes noticed that Izuku's hair was turning red like his left eye. Saitama. It's the same as Garou. Watchdog Man attacked Izuku, and the latter used the same movements, but Izuku's were more powerful. Watchdog Man couldn't take it anymore and fell knocked out due to the blows. Zombie Man and Drive Knight attacked together. Zombie Man shoots, but Izuku covered himself with his armor hockey, and Drive Knight tried to hit him, but Izuku was very fast. Izuku. Monster's transformation second phase. Walking monster. All the heroes were amazed at Izuku's transformation. The two heroes who were attacking him were easily defeated by Izuku. Izuku. Well, only you two remain. Tatsumaki. I'll take you home with me after I defeat you. Izuku. Sorry, I already have a girlfriend. Tatsumaki. I don't care, I'll take you with me anyway. Tatsumaki with his power began to raise the largest debris and threw it towards Izuku. The latter dodged it with difficulty. His plan was to tire Tatsumaki and thus attack him. Izuku. Absorber. Izuku began to absorb all the debris that was there until everything was clean. Izuku. Liberation. At great speed, debris came out of a dark pillar attacking Tatsumaki. Izuku. Carousel. A small whirlpool attracted Tatsumaki towards the green-haired man until it reached his hand. The latter hit her with a 70% smash, along with the Gurugura, leaving her out of combat. Izuku. Now you're just left transforming. Saitama. Let's see if you can fight me, kid. Izuku. Here I go. Izuku launched himself towards Saitama at an unnatural speed. When he reached Saitama's front, he received a blow from the latter, crashing him into a wall. Saitama. Everyone falls from a goal. He didn't finish speaking as he saw Izuku emerge from the rubble, as if nothing had happened to him. Izuku. What strong hits, now it's my turn monster phase 5 phase. Final phase. Everything dark that surrounds it is going to be the yummy yummy. Izuku. Now it's my turn to attack. Izuku attacks Saitama with the Ofa, the Gurugura, and the Garou techniques combined creating large craters with each hit he gives Saitama. The latter would also begin to attack Izuku with his normal consecutive hits without hurting Izuku. Each hit that Izuku gave Saitama hurt the latter. Izuku. It's all because you're bald. Izuku sent Saitama flying to the other side of the USJ. Saitama. What is this I'm feeling, this pounding in my heart, this feeling, it's been so long, I'd forgotten. Izuku hits him and sends him towards a mountain. Saitama at the speed of light hits Izuku and sends him a few meters back. Saitama. The joy of a fight. Saitama gets up and hits Izuku. Saitama. Everything is coming back to me, this is. Both of them bump their fists, making the earth tremble. Saitama. This is the feeling I've been looking for. Both of them hit each other at the speed of light, forming craters every time their fists collided. Their friends could barely stay in the stands because they were so windy. Izuku. You're quite strong, Gurugura. Body-breaking punch. Izuku hit Saitama, and the latter took the full blow, breaking 3 ribs and his left arm. Izuku. Let's give our best attack. Saitama. I think the same. Izuku. Gurugura smash 90% on the right, Dragon Slayer cross-fang punch on the left. Saitama. Then I will use my final attack, Severe Mortal Series. Grave blow. Both hit each other in the body making a big explosion, the smoke dissipates, and Izuku was seen on the floor and Saitama standing. Saitama. You lost. Izuku. Siguro. Saitama didn't notice that Izuku tangled his right leg with his black whip. Izuku jumps at great speed and knocks Saitama to the ground. Izuku. The Miha Miha. Izuku launched the attack, destroying more than half of USJ. Saitama. Deadly Series. Death blow. Saitama launched the attack at Izuku. He covered himself with full body armor hockey, but still felt the blow. Izuku. Texas smash on the right and Gurugura on the left. Izuku gave Saitama an axe kick, causing him to fall to the ground. Izuku. Gura Texas smash 1000%. Izuku launched the powerful attack destroying the USJ. Miraculously his friends did not fly away because Todoroki created an ice dome. Izuku. Susanoo activate. In Izuku's eyes the Manjikyu Sharingan formed, showing a black Susanoo with red details. Eerie. Dad is amazing. Hoda. It's huge. Back in the fight. Saitama. This is incredible, it's been a long time I forgot what a fight was. Izuku. Prepare for my final attack. Saitama. I will also prepare my other final attack. Izuku. Gurugura. World destruction. Saitama. You're crazy, kid, you're going to destroy the world. Izuku. You think I'm going to do it on the floor? Izuku hit Saitama, lifting him into the sky to a considerable height. Saitama. Godslayer Death Fist. They both collided fists making a giant explosion, but before Izuku and Saitama fell, he made one last attack. Izuku. Dragon Slayer Crossfang Fist. Both fell to the floor unconscious, forming a large crater in the floor, leaving them tied. Bakugu. That was bucking awesome. Todoroki. I agree with you, brother. Chapter 11 The Baby. This part of where I got inspiration is due to Izuku JOESTAR 2000 who inspired me to make this chapter. I thank him very much, and may God bless me. 3. Time skipped 2 days after the awesome battle in the Bucking universe. Saitama and Izuku were on hospital stretchers, both were waking up after the battle they had. It should be noted that they all went through the news of how the strongest hero in the world had been defeated by the most powerful student of UA. Saitama. I must admit kid, you are very strong. Izuku. Jijin, you are too. In the blink of an eye, the bandaged S-class heroes, Izuku's friends and his children, appeared and rushed to ask him questions and also flatter him about the magnitude of his power. But there was a crazy person who was thinking of raping the green-haired guy. That's right, it's Kendo. This day in the afternoon, since he was spying on the green-haired guy, he was leaving to train at the same time, so he bought anesthesia to put in the green-haired guy's drink. While Izuku was training Kendo, he dissolved the anesthesia in the water. While Izuku turned around, when Izuku finished training, he drank some water and soon fainted. In that, Kendo carried a huge sack of potatoes. After a while he arrived at a cave and chained Izuku to a chair. Izuku woke up in a dark place. He noticed that he was chained. The latter tried to get away with a yami, but he couldn't until he noticed what the chains were made of. Imagine it's Izuku. Izuku. Kairaseki. Hello my love, how did you sleep? There was little light in the place. In 10 seconds a light came on, in which Kendo could be seen wearing a rather provocative outfit. Izuku. Kendo, what the hell? Kendo. Don't even think you can escape those chains. Izuku. How did you get the Kairaseki? Kendo. An old man sold it to me. Izuku. Poor teacher that he was. Izuku. And why do you love me? Kendo. It's not obvious, I'm going to grape you as many times as you want and no one will find you. He said this while taking off Izuku's pants. Kendo. Ah, if you resist I'll hit you with multiple toys that I have here with a crazy look. Half an hour later, Kendo is seen with a face of absolute satisfaction, while Izuku was seen with blood on his head since he had resisted throughout the grape process. Kendo. You are stubborn but don't worry, I'm not going to give up. Time skipped 9 months. All 3A was now 4A. Izuku's friends were desperately looking for him. The news had also been given that Kendo would not attend classes due to family problems, and so for 8 months, Jiru discovered where Izuku was because she heard Kendo before leaving that she had her husband in a place outside the city. They had also noticed that a small lump had formed in Ladu's stomach in the 2 months they saw her. So it was night and Izuku's friends with Jiru decided to go at night to see if they could capture Kendo and get Izuku back. I also got tired of clarifying that Kendo drugged Izuku and gave him anesthetics to make him let her work. Ida. It must be because of Jiru. Jiru. If it's this way, I've already seen it. Everyone ducked down. Everyone hid and saw Kendo already with a rather large lump in her stomach as a sign that she was pregnant. They saw how she entered a cave, buried herself and saw an Izuku with a lot of blood in his body and with a mysterious white liquid on the floor while he was blindfolded. Kendo took a spiked bat and hit him to wake him up. Izuku woke up suddenly. Kendo. Good morning my love. Izuku. Please Kendo let me go. Kendo. Never, while hitting him with the same bat. Izuku. Be careful with my son or daughter, whatever came out of you raping me 20 times. Uraraka. 20 times, now you're going to pay me, crappy Kendo. Kendo. And out of those 20, I hit you 15 times, you are very resistant and your little friend is very tough while groping the Izukonda. Izuku. Leave me alone, my whole body hurts. Kendo. I will never let you go, you are only mine and no one else's. Jajajshis. Todoroki quickly froze Kendo's feet and arms, leaving her immobile, while Uraraka quickly ran to her beloved. Uraraka. Izuku-kun, here I am, while she hugged him and he cried on her shoulder. Izuku. Thank you Uraraka, while crying more, my whole body hurts and you know where it hurts more. Uraraka. Shhh, calm down, everything is fine now, while caressing Izuku's hair and removing the blindfold. Jiru. Uraraka, there's already a room in the Hosu asylum for the Kendo crazy girl. Uraraka. Okay, by the way, Izuku, thanks to Jiru we were able to find you. Izuku. Really? Jiru. Well me. It didn't end since Izuku was hugging her very tightly while crying. Jiru couldn't do anything else but hug him. Izuku. Thank you Jiru, I'm sorry for everything, I forgive you Jiru, I want you to be my friend again. Jiru also started to cry after what the green-haired boy said. Jiru. Thank you very much Izuku. Izuku. Well, after this I think I need to go to a hospital, he said this while fainting. Time skipped 2 weeks after what happened, the police arrived and took Kendo to a mental hospital. It was reported that 3 days after she arrived at the mental hospital she gave birth to Izuku's baby. The staff separated Kendo from the baby so that she wouldn't do anything bad to him. Everyone waited for Izuku to wake up so he could make the decision of whether to keep the baby or give it up for adoption. When 2 weeks had passed, Izuku began to wake up. Izuku. AHG my head while scratching his head XD. Izuku checked his surroundings and saw that Uraraka was lying on his chest. Izuku was just stroking her hair while she was waking up. Uraraka. It's good that you're awake, Izuku-kun. By the way, the doctors at the asylum want to talk to you. Izuku. I already know where this is going, well give me my phone number so I can call them. Uraraka gives the phone to Izuku and he dials the number while Uraraka leaves the room. Doctor? Okay. Izuku. I'm really good, but leaving that aside, I'm Izuku Midoriya. You wanted to talk to me? Doctor? Yes, this is the situation, the Kendo patient gave birth to a child and we assume it is yours, right? Izuku sighs if it's mine. Doctor? Well, what we wanted to tell you is if you want to keep it or give it up for adoption. Izuku remained silent for a minute, thinking in detail, and this was his answer. Izuku? I want to keep the baby, I'll pick him up at 3 p.m. Doctor? Well, we'll wait for you here. The call ends and Uraraka returns to the room. Uraraka. And what did they want to talk to you about? Izuku. Sighs well as you know Kendo raped me and had a baby, well the doctors have that baby and they asked me if I should keep it or give it up for adoption. Uraraka. Since you decided. Izuku. Quetamelo. Uraraka. Wow what a good decision. Izuku. I'll go for him at 3 p.m, you come with me. Uraraka. Of course Izu while he gave a kiss on the forehead and went to the bathroom. After 6 hours they gave Izuku a hard time and together with his girlfriend they went to the mental hospital. They passed by and saw a doctor holding a baby with orange hair, green eyes and freckles just like his father's. The image is not mine, I just painted her hair. Izuku shed a few tears of happiness from seeing his baby. Doctor? Here is your son and by the way, how are you going to name him? Izuku. His name will be Hisashi Midoriya. Doctor? What a nice name, by the way, Mrs. Kendo wants to talk to you. Izuku. Well, let's get this over with. Izuku entrusted the baby to Uraraka while Izuku would have arrived at a room where she was handcuffed Kendo hands and feet. Kendo. Hello, love. Izuku. Stop calling me that and what did you want to talk about? Kendo. Well, when am I going to get out of here since I want to be with you and our baby? Izuku. Sighs you're never going to get out of here and if you think you do, you're wrong because they'll take you to Tartars for rape, kidnapping, and hitting a person in a time that I won't tell you so you don't plan something standing up and heading for the exit. Oh by the way, I'll make sure that my son never sees you, his mother is Uraraka, goodbye Itsuka Kendo, I hope you reflect on what you did and have a good time. As he left the room, when he left he only heard the orange-haired girl's cries and how a policeman took her to her room guarded by 4 policemen. He returned with Uraraka. Izuku. Well let's go. And this is where Kendo came to in this story. The couple had already arrived at UA, they entered their dorm where the entire group was, everyone saw how Izuku was carrying something covered with a blue sheet. Hiro. Hey Izuku, what do you have there? Izuku. Well, you see as you know, I was kidnapped everyone nods the point is that in those 9 months, Kendo raped me and had my baby, so what I have here is my son, while uncovering the sheet showing the baby's face. It should be noted that all the women were delighted with the baby, but Izuku did not allow most of the women to touch him. For some strange reason Kirishima was proud of Izuku for taking care of a baby, even though he had been raped. Bakugo. Haha I'm an uncle again. Todoroki. I don't see the funny side of it, but oh well. Izuku. I'll be right back, I'm going with my parents to show their new grandson he. Time skipped 30 minutes. Izuku was already at the door of the Todoroki house, he knocked and was greeted by Rei. Rei. Son, I'm glad you're okay while hugging him. Izuku. Hi mom, dad is home. Rei. Yes, it's in the kitchen. Izuku. Tell him to come, I want to show you something. Rei called Enji, Endeavor, to the living room where Izuku was sitting on the couch. Rei. Well, what did you want to show us? Izuku. This while uncovering the baby. Rei wasted no time and snatched the baby from Izuku. Rei. Hello little one, what's your name? Izuku. His name is Hisashi and he is my blood son. Rei passed the baby to Endeavor while she pulled Izuku's ear. Rei. You don't know what a condom is, boy while hitting him on the head. Izuku. Let me explain. He gives him the same explanation as all his friends. Rei and Izuku watched as Endeavor played with the baby as if nothing had happened. Izuku. Well I have to go, I haven't introduced you to your brothers yet. Rei. See you son. As it was already night and Izuku wasted a lot of time being beaten by Rei, she would have arrived at her mega bedroom where her children were waiting for her. Izuku. Hello my little ones, I have a surprise for you. Eri. A puppy. Izuku. They already have Rover. Rover. Woof woof while waggling his tail. Izuku. Say hello to your new little brother while uncovering the baby. Iro and Mahoro. How nice. Koda. I'm already an older brother, haha. Bitsuma. He's very cute. Izuku. Well go to sleep children because tomorrow we have a long day. The family went to sleep as they were having a family day. Merry Christmas. Izuku. Hello dear readers, I will just say Happy Christmas. Eru. Every damn year the same bucking party. Zamasu. I see why you're alone. Madara. Besides, why does the child send the congratulations? I should be the one to send them since I am the strongest of all here. Eru. You better not brag about it to your brother, it's true, you no longer have truth. Overhaul. See Mamo. Eru. And why don't you go and play with your gift, oh if you don't have one. Teach. I think I'm getting out of control. Eru. Hey, why wouldn't he be a pirate king? It's true they won. Izuku. Calm down, Garou, they're going to beat you up like that time we went into a bar, you got drunk and went to fight Saitama, and he beat you with one blow again. Garou. Why don't you go cry with your mom? It's true you don't have one anymore. Madara. Yes, mom. Izuku. We don't mother him. Garou. I had a hands of getting my mother braked. All the biplanes hit Garou to such an extent that the poor guy had to undergo facial reconstruction. Hap. 12 Festival Cultural. Time skip 2 weeks. Izuku and his friends were in the classroom. Izuku left little Hisashi with his mom, but first he made sure to take away all the teapots he had on hand. Endeavor found it very strange that Izuku loved being with a baby. He always heard screams from his father, saying that he was going to have the strongest Kiero in the world, but splitting that aside, the bat caterpillar, the leg-removing caterpillar, entered the classroom Jahaja okay not well, let's say with a story. Izawa. Good morning everyone, I'll just tell you that in 2 weeks you won't have classes. I heard that the cultural festival is coming up and I want you to organize something. Well, I'll leave you while I have to go eat my space brownies. Bye. Well he got into his sleeping bag and rolled out of the classroom. Iida. Well, any ideas for the festival, by the way where is Mineta and Kaminari? Izuku. I sent them to another dimension so they wouldn't give their ideas. Iida. Well I support that, now give it to me. Kirishima. A duel of forces. Izuku. Aobureidu. Iida. It's an option, something else. Jiru. Still concert. Iida. It sounds good who supports the concert. Everyone raises their hand. Iida. Well since it's the concert, who's going to sing? Izuku. Yo. Sai. Aside from stealing children, you know how to sing. Izuku. How the hell is this frog? Yes, I can sing. Sato. Let's see, sing something to prove it. Izuku. Well since the public asked for it, Uraraka will play it, I mean the guitar please. I heard. Iida. Well, since we decided who is going to sing, I had an idea. We have to give delicious desserts so that people enjoy them. Izuku. I know where good desserts go. Uraraka. Donned Izu. Izuku. In Wano and whole cake, since the festival is in 2 weeks I can go on a trip to get the desserts. Bakugu. Isn't it too dangerous? Izuku. Nah, the truth is I don't mind going there, well I'll go now because if not it will get later, goodbye as he disappeared into the air. Momo. Sometimes her attitude is scary. I'd. Yes. Time skip 1 week. The whole class had been rehearsing that week, everyone is gathered in the room, and they saw how Izuku came in with 3 giant bags throwing them on the floor showing the desserts. Momo. Wow how many desserts are there? Izuku. There are about 12,000 desserts. Todoroki. They must have cost you a lot, right? Izuku. Well let's say that I fought with Big Mom over the desserts since she wanted them all and almost ended up dead and I also fought with Kaido and let's say that now he has a new scar on his back. Uraraka. I told you not to fight with anyone. Izuku. And that's not all haha. Flashback. Izuku was sailing his boat across the sea until he found a prison in the distance. Izuku. I'll go see what's there. As he got closer he saw a giant prison surrounded by many ships, that's right gentlemen Izuku had arrived at Impel Down. Izuku. I'd better swim over there. Izuku moved his boat a little away and walked to the door, he passed through one of the bars and swam until he reached one of the doors and went down little by little seeing all the prisoners who were in that place until he ran into a man who looked like a demon, Mayor Magellan. Izuku. By the power of Jesus the demon disappears bucking smash. Vindel flies back. Izuku. and now he's facing criminal charges because I beat him up. Mine. NMMMMS. Uraraka. The last time I let you go alone to a place so far away. Todoroki. Wow. Time skip 1 week. Our group of friends was on stage where he started singing. Oh, but what did Izuku do in Wano and Whole Cake? The green-haired boy was sailing on his boat until he reached the enormous island of Whole Cake. Izuku left his boat there and went down to inspect the island. Izuku. I guess they don't sell candy here after all. Izuku walked all over the island until he found Big Mom's children in guard position. Izuku. Pause, what do I want them for? Izuku ran quickly like a soul that carries the devil because he wanted to avoid problems, but when he was leaving, Big Mom got in his way. Big Mom. You're not going to escape from here, brat. Your soul will be mine. Big Mom tried to use her ability on Izuku, but Izuku wasn't afraid of her so it didn't work, so he just ignored her and went to his ship. Big Mom. Hey idiot, don't ignore me. Izuku hit her hard, sending her crashing into one of the mountains there, Izuku continuing on his journey to Wano. Izuku. What a beautiful country, I think desserts will be sold here. Izuku was walking around Wano seeing the happy people and how they lived together until a six-eyed being started attacking people. Izuku hit him sending him far away and dude recognized him, the first demonic moon. Hakishibo. Hakishibo. I finally found you as he unsheathed his sword. Izuku. I won't let you ruin the peace for all these villagers who already have more than 100 years of peace that I won't let you ruin. They both started a sword duel where Izuku emerged victorious since he fused the Yami Yami, making him disappear. Izuku. Someone who knows where they sell a candy store, all the villagers point him where, and he goes there where the store was attended by an old man who had a turtle as a companion, Master Rashi. Rashi. Good morning young man, what would you wish for today? Izuku. Well, you see, I'm looking for desserts, so give me about 300 desserts, please. Rashi. Fine, but first you must bring me something. Izuku. And that would be. Rashi. A ripe and tasty one, I won't leave you, you know. Izuku. Okay, I'll be right back. Time 30 minutes. Rashi. Did you get it? Izuku. Yes, a ripe and tasty watermelon just as you asked me. Rashi. That wasn't an idiot. I meant a woman. Izuku. Ah then Hexijutsu. Izuku hits Rashi on the head, knocking him unconscious while he was stealing the desserts. Izuku. He fell into the Jinjutsu, well I'm leaving here. When he was about to leave he saw a huge dragon in the sky while the song was running. Izuku. Oh what the fuck. Izuku hits the dragon with a Gurgura, causing it to fall into the sea. Parada. Kaido-sama Nuo. Izuku. Enough, I'm leaving here. Time skip 2 hours. Izuku in Zoro style got lost while on his ship until he arrived at a mysterious island that was surrounded by fog. Izuku. This is definitely not Japan, wait a minute it's Raftel, ha I don't care Luffy, I arrived before you and in less time, I'll go see if there's anything important there. Izuku got off his ship until he reached the end of the isle and found a chest with many jewels and other things that he took until he saw a skeleton with a straw hat. Izuku. I'm admin while he put the skeleton aside and sat on the throne, I'm left with the hat and I'm leaving here now. Don't worry, spoilers. The first thing I saw was that Bakugo was still alive after the injuries he got. Turn to another page seeing Gran Torino wrapped in bandages and with a breathing mask and Izawa accompanied by Mick. Then another one who went to see Todoroki with a burned throat, burns and reflecting on Tuya. And what hurt me the most, in my opinion. See our protagonist without waking up and with All Might by his side. But I don't think it's meta since at the beginning of all of them, it says something like this is the story of how I became a hero, so in conclusion he doesn't die because he is narrating his story in everything we have seen of the anime manga. Well that would be all from me, this story of the Beast of UA is almost at an end, I'm working on the last 2 chapters of this beautiful story. Serious question. Who's up for using me to unplug Endeavor? Chapter 13 Final Battle. The entire Class A was watching television until a failure occurred in the interruption, causing AFO to appear looking at the camera. AFO. Good morning to everyone watching us, today's Duda announced that it will be the weekend in Japan, you know him, at least he will have a chance, since he challenged Izuku Midoriya to fight against 5 million Nomus, the League of Villainy and me, so I'll wait for you until tomorrow at 10:30, don't miss it while the program returned to normal. Izuku. He takes out his cell phone and calls the head of the Japanese armed forces, warning him that he needed to evacuate the people to the seashore, where there was an abandoned bunker for 1 trillion people. The entire class watched the green-haired man's leadership until he hung up and told everyone. Izuku. I know some of you here hate me, but we need your help to evacuate the people to keep them safe, so let's get going. Time skip 30 minutes. The students of A and B were evacuating the city, while Izuku went to the cemetery placing a protective shield. Izuku. Over my corpse they're going to destroy your tombstone, mom. The Uraraka sent people, the elderly and children flying, and people who walked slowly in general. Several people closed their stalls, and some refused to leave their homes. Koda called the forest animals to the bunker. Time skip 8 hours. The entire population of the 5 nearby cities evacuated to the end of Japan, arriving at an abandoned city by the sea. Bakugo. This is a joke, right? Todoroki. Seriously, is this the bunker? Izuku lifted the piece of city, showing a large metal door that was the entrance to the bunker. Izuku. What are you waiting for, an invitation? Come in once and for all. All the people and animals crossed until they reached a huge area where the animals and some people would stay. In the depths there will be animals and on the shores there will be people. Izuku. Follow me. Izuku guided several people to a hallway where there were doors that were rooms for entire families. Imagine the doors. Izuku. Ha is the whole city. Momo. If this whole bunker is already there. Todoroki. Where are you going to go, Midoriya? Izuku. There are 3 hours left until dawn, so I'm leaving now. But before leaving he gave Uraraka a strong and passionate kiss and said goodbye to his children and pet to head towards the city. Time skipped 2.5 hours. Izuku was ready, he knew this was his responsibility since he accepted the OFA, ending evil was his daily task since he became a UA student. Izuku saw in the distance Afo, Shigaraki, Dabi, Toga, Twice, Moonfish, Mustard, Magni, Spinner, Kurogiri, Mr. Compress, Jiren and thousands of high-end Nomas. Afo. I see you didn't get cold feet. Izuku. A hero always keeps his word no matter the situation. Well analyzed, Izuku. He kills everyone except Dabi, Shigaraki, Toga, and Twice. They have hope of being good. Afo. Our attacks. Izuku. Phase 2. Walking monster coated with haki, full body armor and Sharingan. Izuku begins to massacre the Nomas one by one until he finishes and transforms while his body releases steam. Izuku. I hope not to die from using so much power. If only I could handle Ultra Instinct well, it would be easier for me. Afo. League of Villains attack. As the league started he runs towards Izuku. Izuku. Mikiri. Izuku dodged the league's attacks masterfully while planning how to attack them. Izuku with a Gurgura makes a strong tremor to separate them all to finish them off one by one. The first to face was Shigaraki. Shigaraki. Today will be your end, Hero Deku. Izuku. We'll see about that. Shigaraki tries to touch Izuku, but every time he approached he hit him and made him back down until in a careless moment, Shigaraki touches him on the left arm. Izuku quickly removes it while the part of that arm disintegrated, but thanks to the Yami his arm did not fall off. Izuku takes Shigaraki by the neck to subdue him, leaving him knocked out. Izuku runs away in search of the other villains until blue fire stops him, showing Dabi and Twice. Twice starts a small plea on Izuku with his bare fists, resulting in the winner Izuku knocking out Twice, while Dabi throws fireballs at him. Dabi desperately begins to release fire uncontrollably until Izuku releases the Yami consuming the fire. Dabi. Damn dies while throwing fire at him and Izuku dodged it. Izuku hits Dabi in the head and then kicks him in the head and punches him in the face, leaving him unconscious. A pink mist begins to surround the place. Izuku quickly puts on an oxygen mask that he had in his pocket to see how Mustard began to shoot him. Izuku runs silently until Mustard hits him with a shot in the right shoulder and left leg for Izuku to knock out Mustard with a blow. A purple mist appears, Kurogiri trying to take the members of the league who had already been defeated. Izuku. Black hole. A huge black hole appears in the ground, absorbing Kurogiri and killing him as well as the others until Shigaraki wakes up and Afo appears next to him. Afo. Something you didn't know, Hero Deku, is that Shigaraki and another one besides me share the Afo, so get ready to face us three. Shigaraki attacks Izuku while he was dodging and attacking. Izuku tries to hit him, but Shigaraki hits him in the face. Air equals Izuku. Genos equals Shigaraki. Izuku already had half of his suit destroyed, only the pants of his suit remained. Izuku did not notice when Moonfish stuck 3 teeth in his left arm, causing pain in the green-haired man. Compress tries to capture Izuku, but he pushes Moonfish, leaving him captured, so Izuku can take the marble where Moonfish was and throw it very far away. It is falling into the sea, being lost forever. Afo hits him in the face, but Izuku returns the blow increased. Afo. Thank Top Master. Izuku. Garou. Izuku. Fist of flowing water crushing rock. Izuku attacks Afo, causing him to retreat. Izuku. Gurugura no Gantling gun. Izuku gives several blows, breaking the air, causing a huge tremor that made Afo kneel down, fused with a blow to the stomach that the green-haired man had given him. Afo. How can it be? One of my powers is that the enemy hates me and could not move. Izuku. Of course not, why would I feel hatred towards someone who is weaker than me? It only makes me feel sorry. Toga tries to inject Izuku with a needle, but he takes the syringe and breaks it to attract Toga and give me a headbutt leaving her knocked out. Suddenly Shigaraki appears with a great attack in his hand throwing Izuku, but he throws Afo preparing an attack. Izuku. Fire Jutsu Great Fireball. Both attacks collide, destroying 30% of the city. In the bunker. Izuku's children were crying while Uraraka comforted them. Eri. Mommy, I'm scared. Uraraka. Calm down children, your father is very strong, he will win. Akugu. And why don't the heroes and us go? Todoroki. No hero wants to help Izuku, no one wanted to cooperate to help him so he is alone, apart from that we hate that no one went to the fighting field. Uraraka. You can do it love, I know you can, you're the best my love my little green bunny. Back on the battlefield. Izuku was holding Shigaraki's neck who was injured and regenerating, and Afo was kneeling. Izuku. What happened, did you find a gold coin? Izuku felt a huge pain in his back, when he turned around he saw someone who was being stabbed multiple times, and this person was Kendo. Kendo. Hello love, did you miss me while he continued stabbing the green-haired man's back. Izuku. Ah damn while removing Kendo from his back. In a quick movement, Kendo cuts Izuku's left eye. Izuku. Well with one hand he covered the injured area. Kendo threw knives at different parts of Izuku's body and also approached to cut some parts until Izuku broke her neck with a blow, killing her. Izuku. This bitch finally dies. Izuku is hit in the face by Shigaraki and in the stomach by Afo, causing him to crash into a building. Izuku. Texas smash 1,000,000%. Izuku hits Afo sending him flying while with his black whips, he took Shigaraki by 1 foot, damaged, turns in the air to finally slam him into the ground creating a crater. Izuku. Kaiken X20. Izuku hits Shigaraki at high speed so that both are elevated in the sky. Izuku. St. Louis smash 100,000. Izuku hits Shigaraki by stamping him into a building that allows he to fall so he could bury Shigaraki so he would stay for a while. Afo. Don't even think you're free from me. Afo begins to increase his muscles while he heads towards Izuku, both colliding their fists while creating a shock wave. Darkshine. Afo. Garou. Izuku. Izuku. Secret combination. Crossfang Fist Dragon Slayer. Izuku hits Afo causing him to retreat. Izuku. True Fist of the Tiger Fang. Izuku punches Afo in the face causing him to spit out a tooth. Afo. Charge. Afo attacks Izuku, destroying several buildings at the time of the attack. 60% of the city has been destroyed. Afo. He should have died with that attack. Afo looked around showing the destroyed buildings, seeing that in front of him, a protruding leg and arm were shown. You already know who is who. Afo. This has to be a joke. Izuku. Shadow Multi-Clone Jutsu. Izuku slipped out of his lightning bolt, he got up from the rubble running around Afo, so that the 6 clones plus Izuku hit Afo's head, leaving him dizzy for a few minutes. Izuku. Monstrous transformation final phase, I only have 5 minutes to use this transformation, I've already spent a lot of energy, I must finish this once and for all. In those 5 minutes Izuku humiliated Afo until he detransformed and his body was releasing a lot of steam and his skin was red until Shigaraki connected a blow to the green-haired boy's stomach, causing him to get up quickly. Shigaraki. Dies while launching an attack at the sky because the green-haired man had risen from the ground. Izuku. Final flash. Both attacks collide, destroying part of the city. Izuku was going to hit Shigaraki, but someone hits him and the someone was 9 the third carrier of the Afo. 9. Hello again Izuku Midoriya. Afo. How the hell is that kid still alive? With the attack he launched, he should have died, or at least all his ribs should have turned to dust. Shigaraki. Let's finish him off. The 3 attacked Izuku while he received the attacks with their black whips, he takes 9 separating from the other 2. Izuku. Garou smash 100,000,000%. The blow pushes 9 away enough for Izuku to approach Shigaraki. Izuku. Overhaul smash 10,000,000%. Izuku is caught by 9's dragon, but he breaks free and approaches Afo. Izuku. Stain smash 1,000,000,000%. Afo is going to hit some buildings while the green-haired man was flying towards 9 who was preparing one of his attacks. Izuku. Teach smash 10,000%. 9, by pure luck, was able to dodge the vast majority of the attack, hitting the green-haired man, pushing the ladder back a few meters, but destroying the mask he was wearing. Afo. Take this. Afo hits the green-haired man, causing him to step back and then approach Afo. Izuku. Muscular smash percent 1,000,000. The blow leaves Afo buried in a crater. Izuku. Rinnegan. 9 and Shigaraki approach Izuku with the intention of attacking. Izuku. Shinra Tensei. A mysterious force sends Shigaraki and 9 flying. Afo gets up and knocks the green-haired boy away or a few meters back. Izuku. Zamasu smash 10,000,000%. The blow sends Afo far away. Izuku. If I continue with the Rinnegan I'm going to end up fainting so I better remove it. Izuku is hit by Shigaraki who takes the worst of it and sends him flying, but the green-haired man stays in the air. With his black whips he returns to Shigaraki to start whipping the ground over and over again until 9 interrupts him hitting the freckled man. Izuku. Madara smash 10,000,000,000%. The blow makes 9 spit blood and fly away, but then Afo arrives with his giant arm. Afo. This will be your end, hero. Izuku. Sorry Afo, but legends never die. Izuku is hit by the super arm, haha the supreme jerk-off hand, and is buried in the ground, while lake from the crater that was formed with the blow. Izuku. Og yes it hurt, this damn old man won't die, damn it, I'll have to use my sword appreciation that I carry, I don't have much strength anymore, damn it Izuku, don't be negative, you can, don't give up. Izuku unsheathes his sword and gets into attack position. Izuku. Akamoto Tanjiro sword style. Izuku begins to move at great speed so that a fire dragon appears from the sword, making a cut on Afo's chest. So meringues. 9 tries to hit Izuku, but he manages to dodge the attack and then uses Gurgura to make the area shake. Izuku. Sasha smash 1,000,000%. The blow was so powerful that it broke 4 of 9's ribs and an arm, while Izuku was already very exhausted, so the Afo users joined their arms, huge arms that formed 1 3 times more giant, while Izuku also carried out an attack. Afo, Shigaraki and 9. Devastator. Izuku. Omega smash 100,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000%. Both attacks collide creating a huge explosion destroying everything around them. After 5 minutes a green-haired man is seen on a street bleeding without his right arm and barely staying conscious. Ignore the suit. Afo, Shigaraki and 9 emerge from the rubble with some injuries as they were looking for the green-haired man to finish him off. Izuku. Damn, how could it be that I didn't defeat them? Sorry mom, I'm weak, I can't fight them. While shedding tears. This song will be from here until the end. Don't say that my little boy. Izuku. Mom. Inko. My little T, you have done so hard that I am very proud of you, in fact there is someone who wants to greet you. Next to the woman came out a black hair with freckles Hisashi Midoriya. Hisashi. Hola Izuku. Izuku. Daddy. Hisashi. I know you feel defeated, but never think that, we will always be supporting you from heaven. On the man's side appear the ancient carriers of the OFA. Nana. Boy, you can do it, you've come this far, so don't give up. 6th. Come on brat, you're almost there. 1st. You can 9th. 4th. We will always be there to support you. Nana. So stand up and show Toshinori that he's just an idiot who never made a mistake with you. Izuku. Thanks everyone while trying to hear little by little until he achieved it. The shadows disappear, leaving only Inubi Hisashi. Hisashi. I'm proud to have had you my little man. Inko. Take care of yourself, son. You can beat those idiots. I know you'll do it. Izuku. Thanks mom. Inko. Well, let's go, son. I have to see how that kendo bitch is burning in hell. Both leave while the green-haired man walk towards the 3 Afo users. Izuku. Just breathe, relax, don't focus on anyone else, synchronize mind and body and let yourself go, think about what you're fighting for while you're still standing, for the love of your life, your friends, my brothers, my children, the people who trust me, those are my reasons to stay standing and end this. The 3 Afo carriers attack the green-haired man without success in landing a blow since he dodged them until he sent them flying, while his Kai rose. The floor begins to shake, raising rocks, and then a great presence appears on the site. A sphere surrounds Izuku and then explodes, revealing a being that surpasses the gods in every way. Izuku in full Ultra Instinct form. Ignore the suit. Afo? It's impossible. 9. This must be a joke. Shigaraki. Curse. Afo? Let's attack you once and for all, we will give you less opportunity to defeat us. Izuku. Rasengan. Multiple Rasengan attacked the 3 while they tried to dodge them until all 3 were hit by Izuku. Izuku. Pressure point killing fist. That direct blow towards Afo leaving him very injured while Izuku headed towards 9. Izuku. Final Kamehameha. 9 cannot resist the attack, ending his life on Earth. Shigaraki, furious, quickly approaches Izuku. Izuku. Ice River Fist Lake Breaker. The attack causes Shigaraki to start to lose his balance. Shigaraki. Give up already. Izuku. Stop it Tenko, your body is very damaged, you have many fatal wounds, let me help you. Shigaraki. Neverm Gentras tried to attack the green-haired boy. Izuku. Copy technique. Permanence burn. The attack left Shigaraki with severe burns. Izuku. Rest Enko while hitting Shigaraki's forehead, he fell unconscious. Izuku returns to his normal form feeling an enormous pain in his body since it was the first time he used Ultra Instinct to the maximum until Afo hits him, pushing him away. But Izuku just started walking towards him. When he arrived, he didn't stop hitting him again and again until he fought and lifted them both into the sky. Izuku. Infinity. Hits Afo in the stomach. Izuku. Smash 100 trillion%. The blow turns Afo to ashes as Izuku landed on the roof of a building and raised his right arm. Izuku. Ganado. In the distance were Izuku's teachers who were the spectators of the entire battle, they were smiling proud of their student, but what surprised everyone was seeing Garou smiling, since they had never seen him smile like that. Garou. I'm proud of you Izuku. .14 final. 2 hours after the battle. All the people who were in the bunker began to leave seeing the disaster that was the city, but that did not matter to them, the only thing that mattered to them was knowing who had won. Everyone began to search for what was left of the city, finding Velila defeated and the police arresting them. Bakugo. I found something. All the people went to where the pale-haired man was, they all saw a green-haired man covered in blood while he had his right arm raised. All. Long live the hero Deku Geino, the best hero of all, Deku, the new symbol of peace. Everyone saw how the green-haired boy fell from the building and was saved by Todoroki, who created an ice slide so that the green-haired boy could go down, his body reaching the feet of his friends. Uraraka was the first to check him, noticing that his pulse was very weak. Uraraka. Her pulse is very weak. Momo. We have to take him to a hospital or whatever is left. Todoroki. I inspected the city and there is a hospital in perfect condition. We can take him there. An ambulance had arrived at the scene, placing the green-haired man on a stretcher with an oxygen mask while they took him away. Paramedic. We're losing them. Paramedic 2. Quickly inject him with adrenaline. That will keep him alive. Injects adrenaline into him. Paramedic. It's not working. Paramedic 2. We're almost there. In 5 minutes they had arrived at the hospital, doctors, nurses, surgeons and others quickly arrived, they took the green-haired man to an operating room. Doctor. Bring me the defibrillators. The paramedics began to clean the wounds while the doctor began to load the defibrillators. Doctor. Clear the green-haired man's body bounces and he will recover part of his pulse. Surgeon. It works, one more and your pulse will be normal. Time skip 4 hours later. Izuku's friends, girlfriend, children and dog were waiting for the results while outside the reconstruction of the city began, which was much easier with Cementus. In the hospital hallway he came out of a room and everyone quickly approached him to find out about the green-haired boy. Uraraka. How's Izuku, doctor? Doctor. He has all his bones broken, high fever, several wounds on his back and body, he lost a lung, a scar on his left eye, he lost a lot of blood, internal organs were destroyed, but they are regenerating and he is in an indefinite coma. Todoroki. We can go see him. Doctor. Go ahead and I think they've already won. Everyone entered and saw a green-haired man on a stretcher completely bandaged with his face flushed due to the temperature, an oxygen mask, steam still coming out of his body, but something that displeased everyone was seeing Almight next to the green-haired man's stretcher. Bakugo. What are you doing here, Almight? I have to accompany my disciple. Todoroki. Now he is your disciple. Uraraka. After you called him a traitor. Momo. And you beat him almost to death. Jiru. You shouldn't even go near him. Mina. So get out of here. Rover. Guau. You wouldn't understand. Bakugo. It seems that the one who doesn't understand is you. Uraraka. Why the hell are you here? Why should I be? Todoroki. But why? Because I am his blood father. All. Uraraka. What did you say? As you heard, I am his biological father. I didn't know until I saw some papers hidden in my desk and there were some DNA tests showing a 90% compatibility with his blood. That's how I knew I was his father. What a shitty father you are. Ida. Mr. Garou, what are you doing here? Garou. I come to see my disciple along with the others. Momo. Others. Behind Garou all of Izuku's teachers appeared, Ida saw Stain, Muscular saw Kota, and Overhaul saw Eri. Ida. Stain. I'm not here for that, Ingenium, I'm just here to see my disciples, that's all. Overhaul. With your permission, but I have to see my patient while putting on latex gloves and his crow mask. I won't let you touch him as he passed into his muscular form. Madara. We don't want to fight, so get out of here. There's no way I'm going to walk away from my son. Garou. He's not leaving me any choice. Well, he got into his fighting stance ready to attack until a scream stopped them. My baby, where is my baby broccoli? While a white-haired woman ran through the halls with her other children and husband. Ray Todoroki desperately and anguishedly searched for his adopted son. He had already lost one son. He was not going to lose another. He ran through all the hospital corridors until he found the room where the green-haired boy was. He entered quickly at the same time that he pushed Garou and Am, hugging Izuku tightly while crying. I laughed. Ah, thank God you're okay. Natsuo, Fayumi and Endeavor also arrive at the room very agitated. Since they did not expect their mother-wife to be so fast and agile, they dodged to avoid the people who were in the hospital. Endeavor. Chisaki, what are you going to do to my son? Chisaki. We're going to give him a special herb for the monster disease. Natsuo. Monster disease. Eru. It is a disease that I developed from being half-human monster. When I transformed into a monster, I lost strength and got sick, but I found a very good cure for my disease. Chisaki. You bastard acharla Garou passam la hirba. Eru. Yes, we have a problem about that. Chisaki. Which one? Eru. Mila Akabe. Chisaki. What a bastard, you finished it all. Teach. Zhahahaha Garou finished it 7 months ago when he found out that Izuku defeated Saitama and went looking for a fight. Chisaki. What the hell don't you understand Garou? Not even with the power of the author could you defeat Saitama. Stain. Garou. Eru. What's up? Stain. You know who to call to bring us the wheat. Eru. I'm not going to call that crazy, no joke. Stain. Too late, I already told him good luck while throwing the phone to the dangerous guy. Eru. Son of. Hello. Eru. Ah hello, do you remember me? Ah Garou, long time no listen to you. Eru. Look, I'll get to the point. Hisoka, I need you to bring me some grass. Hisoka. Of the medicinal one. Eru. Not that one, the one that cured my fever, but bring the other one too since you're on your way. Hisoka. Okay, I'm going there. Hangs up the call. Stain. Driver. Eru. I hate them as he sat on a chair in the room. Endeavor. Now what? Stain. Let Hisoka come with the grass, it won't be long so take a seat. 10 minutes later. Hisoka appears at the window with 2 plastic bags, one black where he brought Izuku's herb and the other green with Garou's medicinal herb. Hisoka. Here it is. Eru. Yes, widely. Hisoka. Oh, of course not. Eru. Why not? Hisoka. Well, I have nowhere to live so I'll live with you guys. Eru. Of course not. Chisaki. Well, that's cleared up, and what's up doctors, I'm leaving. Madara. Oh no, of course not, you're going to cure him. Overhaul. And why do I have to cure him? Madara. Because curing him was your idea, because you're an insignificant rat, and because I'll crush you if you don't. Overhaul. Anything else? Madara. Do it now. Hisaki began to grind the grass with water into a type of cream, removed the oxygen mask that Izuku was wearing, and gave him the liquid to drink. Hisaki. It will be fine in a few days. Hisaki felt someone tiny hug her left leg. When she lowered it she looked at Eri with a smile. Eri. Thank you so much for helping my daddy Uncle Chisaki. Chisaki. No Eri, I don't deserve to be called uncle, after everything I did to you, I don't deserve to even talk to you. Eri. Don't say that, we have to change the past or start over, what do you think? Chisaki. Sounds good to me. Time skip 3 months. The first time Tetsu tried to kill Izuku but he was eaten alive by Rover. For those 2 months later Uraraka went to the hospital every day from 3 PM to 7 AM. Her friends told her to change shifts with someone, but she didn't give up. Every time she went Uraraka always told Almight about Kolo he went during the day. The funny anecdotes, it was discovered that Mineta was the traitor of the U. And was imprisoned in Tartaros. Today was a Wednesday. Uraraka was in the hospital room where the green-haired man was. She was sitting while knitting a red scarf as a way to entertain herself while talking to the green-haired man. When she finished talking she cried, thinking that the green-haired man would never wake up again. Meanwhile in the Korofa. Izuku wakes up in a field where there was a house along with others. Izuku moves towards the cabins. When he opens it he sees the Ofa carriers who had a huge smile and hundreds of barrels of beer. Nana. You did well, kid. Izuku. Yumi Mori. First. No, of course not, you are only in the core of the Ofa. Izuku. But this isn't the core I remember it being. Sixth. This changed when I defeated Afo, and the core changed because I can finally be at peace. Izuku. I see, I think I should wait. Nana. Come on Izuku, stay a while please. Izuku. No. Nana. Please. Izuku. No. Nana. Please. Izuku. It's okay just for a while. Time skip 6 hours later. Izuku was leaving the cabin accompanied by Nana. Nana. See you later Izuku. Izuku. Before Irem have this while handing him a photo. Nana looks at the photo and it was her and her little son when she had to leave him because of the dangers he was in. Nana. But how did you get it? Well, she had tears in her eyes. Izuku. I found her at Almight's house a while ago. Nana hugs Izuku tightly, taking the air out of him as he faded away. Nana. Thank you, Izuku. In reality. Izuku opened his eyes as he felt a very strong pain in his body. Some rays of sunlight abounded in the room. He saw his girlfriend Uraraka, who was resting her head on the green-haired man's stretcher. Izuku removed the oxygen mask and began to caress his girlfriend's hair. Izuku. Wake up, princess. Uraraka opened her eyes quickly in surprise. She saw her boyfriend with a smile that he knew how to make. Her eyes began to crystallize. Uraraka. Izuku, her voice trembling and wanting to cry. Izuku. I told you I would never abandon you. Uraraka couldn't stand it anymore and cried into the green-haired boy's chest while hitting his chest with small blows. Uraraka. Silly, 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 why do you scare me like that? Izuku. Calm down, love, I'm here again. I'll make a group call so they know I'm awake. Uraraka. Good idea, give me a minute. Uraraka added in the group call Bakugo, Todoroki, Momo, Mina, Jiru, Kota, Eri, Kitsuma, Mahoro, Rei, Natsuo, Fayumi, Endeavor and Rover. Todoroki. Why did you join us all here on this call, Uraraka? Bakugo. I was a little busy, what's going on? Uraraka. I have a surprise for you. At that Izuku starts to speak. Izuku. Hello everyone, how have you been? Cries were heard from Momo, Mina, Jiru, the children, Fayumi, Rei and Endeavor. I laughed. My child, is you with a trembling voice. Izuku. Yes, mom, it's me. Hey, could you bring me a katsudon? I'm very hungry. I laughed. Of course my baby, I will bring you a lot of katsudon. Enji, are you crying? Endeavor. No, of course not, let's go to the hospital, I have to see my son. Everyone leaves the call. Uraraka. I think they're already on their way. Izuku. That's right, haha. Izuku takes Uraraka and kisses her while she is in contact. After 5 minutes they separate in a thread of saliva until they are interrupted by Kenji, the dog officer from the Stain accident. Kenji. Hello Izuku, long time no see. Izuku. Good morning, what has happened today? Kenji. Well, I have come from a message from the world government. Izuku. What's going on? Kenji. Well, you see, the world government has paid you the amount of 100,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 yen because you completely defeated the entire League of Villains and all their army by yourself, so that's what I was getting at. The money has already been deposited in your bank account, so that's all I'm leaving by. As he walked out the door. Uraraka. Shall we continue? Izuku. Oh, of course. Both continued kissing until they heard many footsteps, feeling that they were their friends, and that was it. The women threw themselves at Izuku, hugging him as if they were their children. What surprised many was that Endeavor picked Izuku up, hugging him while he cried comically, and Natsuo came carrying a huge pot of food. Time skipped 2 days later. Meanwhile in the forest, specifically in Izuku's master's house. Garou. Aya, the kitchen is on fire. Madara. How the hell could you burn the water, what a bucker. Overhaul. We're going to die. Zamasu. Shut the buck up. Stain. Puta madre. Teach. For once in your life, cook like normal people. Muscular. Callants. Izuka. We so funny. The villains hear footsteps outside, so leaving aside the kitchen on fire and stood on guard, the door of the house opened showing Izuku with crutches. Garou. Go, the sleeping beauty finally wakes up. Madara. Don't be rude, Garou, I'm glad you're awake. Izuku while ruffling his hair. Izuku. Hey, I have a surprise for everyone. Teach. Zhahahaha, I'm dying to know. Izuku. Come everyone. All of Izuku's teachers went up to where they saw a giant luxurious van. Garou. Who did you steal it from, kid? Izuku. Don't steal it from anyone, come on up. Everyone gets in and Izuku starts driving. After about 30 minutes they arrive at a luxurious area, this ain't too noticed by the villains. Tasaki. Izuku, what are you up to? Izuku. We're almost there. Izuku arrived at the end of the residences, indicating that the villains would come down. They did so, seeing a luxurious giant house overlooking the sea. Garou. Wow, kid, whose house is it? Izuku throws some keys to Garou. Izuku. It's his. Stain. Really? Izuku. Yes. Garou opens the door so they can see the house. Everyone entering saw the huge house inside. Izuku. Come join me behind the house. The villains continue showing the large back of the houses that came with 2 yachts, one larger than the other connected to a type of platform to pass. Madara. The house is beautiful. Izuku. And all for you. Garou. But why? Izuku. Since I started training and living with you, I noticed that you lived very tight, apart from the fact that I owe you a lot for having saved me and trained me, so I decided to buy you this house with 20 rooms, each with a bathroom, Wi-Fi, television, kitchen and more. After that Izuku left the house. Garou. Hey, what's your truck? Izuku. It's yours too, I live in this area, for anything you need you can tell me, see you while flying away. When Garou returned home seeing how Madara almost killed Hisoka. Garou. What's going on? Madara. This idiot invited more villains to live here. Garou. Hisoka, who did you invite to live in the house? Hisoka. A few. Madara. Who? Hisoka. Well they are, Reiner, Zeke, Berthold, Majin Buu, Freezer, Dio Brando, Cell and Mihawk. Garou. I'll kill him. Time skip 3 years after UA graduation. Our green-haired boy was in a beautiful restaurant with his girlfriend Uraraka, but the green-haired boy suddenly got down on one knee while he took out an engagement ring from one of his pockets, asking the brunette to marry him, who accepted with tears of happiness. Time skip 2 months later, the wedding day. Friends, family, teachers, heroes, Izuku's teachers, villains were at the wedding at a beautiful altar that was by the sea. Izuku sees his future wife in the distance wearing a beautiful wedding dress that was being carried by her father to the altar until the priest appears, everyone standing up while the bride and groom looked at each other and held hands. Father. Welcome brothers and sisters, today we are here to unite these two people. The union of marriage is something that few have the courage to take, since when you join with someone it is a coming and going in which you will not be alone, you will be with the person you chose for the rest of your life. Without further ado the bride and groom will say their vows, so go ahead. Uraraka prepares to say her vows. Uraraka. Izuku, you have no idea what you've done to me, your mere presence makes my life meaningful. Ever since you saved me that day in the UA entrance exam, I knew you would be someone special in my life. As the days went by in the academy, the more I knew you and the more I began to love you, you became what I love the most, and I can't imagine a life without you. Momo and Jiro were crying behind Uraraka since they were the bridesmaids. Rei was holding Endeavor's arm while crying for more plants from her future daughter-in-law. Father. It's your turn, young Midoriya. Izuku. Since I met you Uraraka, I saw you as the best woman in the world. At one point in my life I thought that love did not exist, but how wrong I was. I found the woman with whom I want to spend the rest of my days, with whom I want to have my family, and I can't imagine a world without my princess, and that's you. Now the men were crying, everyone was surprised to see Endeavor crying, while Rei gave him a handkerchief. Father. Having said that, please bring the rings. And that an Eri with a white and red dress would go with a little box where there were some gold rings. Father. Young Midoriya, put the ring on the young lady and repeat I Izuku Midoriya took you Uraraka Achako as my wife to love and care for you in health and sickness, even if death do us part. Izuku would put the ring on Toga while he looks into his eyes and says. Izuku. I Izuku Midoriya took you Uraraka Achako as my wife in sickness and in health, though death do us part. Uraraka would do the same as Izuku and look into his eyes which were crystallized. Uraraka. I Uraraka Achako took you Izuku Midoriya as my husband to love and cherish in sickness and in health, though death do us part. Father. Well, and by the power granted to me I pronounce this couple husband and wife, young Izuku may kiss the bride. Izuku takes her waist while the brunette took her neck giving a tender and cute kiss, while everyone applauded and an Endeavor releasing a huge flame to the sky. After rice was thrown on them, they went to eat in the living room where Uraraka threw the bridal bouquet. Momo, Jiro, Mina, Mei and Fayumi were killing themselves for that bouquet, but it fell on Momo's hands as she ran with happiness towards the bicolor, who received her with a strong hug along with a passionate kiss, with the other boys who were at a table comforting their partners and their girls who were pouting. Izuku. Tamo Acha-chan. Uraraka. Me too Izuku-kun. Time skip 7 hours later. Izuku arrived at the door of his new home that was bought by his father, placed and gifted. He arrived carrying his wife like a princess. Now as they arrived at his room, the green-haired man placing his wife on the bed. Izuku. I'll tell you a secret. Uraraka. Okay. Izuku. All the rooms in the house are noise-proof, any noise that occurs inside the room will not be heard. Uraraka. I see what you're up to, my bunny. While pulling the green-haired boy to the bed. The next morning. Izuku's children were playing with little Rover in their new house. But we focused on the highest room in the house, where our favorite couple was sleeping peacefully after a night of love for both. Izuku was not wearing any clothes, and Uraraka was wearing a pink sweater and no underwear. The casual used the green-haired man's chest as a pillow while hugging him. Uraraka was the first to wake up seeing her husband. Uraraka. Honey, wake up, let's have breakfast. The green-haired boy begins to open his eyes seeing his machi lover while caressing his hair. 2 hours later. The entire Midoriya family was having breakfast, but a little Hisashi was the most restless being a small child. The green-haired boy gets up from the table washing his chopsticks and telling his wife that he had something to do, so the freckled boy left in a car he had and started driving towards the city. 30 minutes later he found some buildings in poor condition where the former symbol of peace lives, who had gone bankrupt after it was discovered that he was the one who had hit him, who everyone considered the hero of Japan. Izuku knocks on the door of his apartment. Young Midoriya, what are you doing here? Izuku. Please join me. Izuku continued driving until he reached a huge luxurious house in the neighborhoods of the city. Is this your house, young Midoriya? Izuku. No, it's his. But why does he do it? Izuku. I can't live all the time angry with you, and this is a gift from me for having entrusted me with the OFA. Time skip 3 days later. Izuku and his children were playing video games until Uraraka came into the room very excited and with tears of happiness. Izuku. Love, what's wrong, are you okay? Uraraka. More than fine, I'm pregnant. Izuku gets happy, lifting Uraraka and his children celebrating. Time skip 9 months. Uraraka and Izuku were on a stretcher where the brunette was giving birth while Izuku took her hand and dried her sweat. Izuku. Come on Uraraka, just bit a little more. Uraraka did as requested and pushed as much as she could until 2 children cried. Doctor. It's a boy and a girl. The boy was a brown-haired boy like his mother and the girl was a green-haired girl with freckles. Doctor. What would you call them? Uraraka. To the girl Izumi and the boy Irin. Izuku. I'm so happy. Thank you Uraraka for being with me. Uraraka. Thank you for never leaving me. Both kiss while their children were taken with the other babies. Time skip a few years later. Next are the final acts of the story. Teach died due to his age of 150 years. Izuku found his old pirate ship, so he covered Teach's corpse, sailing the ship a little to return to the shore and fired a fire arrow while the entire ship burned to ash, making a worthy funeral for a great teacher. Garou mysteriously fell in love with Fayumi. They were dating for 3 months. After that Garou asked her to marry him and she accepted. 9 months later, they had a daughter with gray and white hair. Shigaraki had recovered from his madness, becoming someone normal. He became a kindergarten teacher. He married Mirko to everyone's surprise, having beautiful twins similar to their mother and with their father's hair. He began to adore children madly. Toga and Twice also recovered. A few months later they both got married and from there about 9 months later they had their daughter, a little blonde with honey eyes and her father's bipolarity. Todoroki and Momo got married 3 months after Izuku's twins. 9 months later they had triplets, one white-haired, one red-haired, and the last a mix of white, red and black. Endeavor got so happy that he almost burned down his house and was almost killed by his wife. Bakugo and Kami got married 2 months after Todoroki's children were born, then they had a son from Bakugo and Kami's combined hair. Ida and Mei got married 4 months after Bakugo and Kami's wedding. 9 months later they had a blue-haired boy with pink hair who was widely used for his mother's experiments. Jiro married Ajiro, having a blonde with purple, having her mother's Jax and Ajiro's tail. Mina married Tokoyami and had 5 different children. Azawa and Miss Joke got married, having a black-haired boy with green parts the color of his mother. Abier married Mount Lady, having a red-haired child with blonde tips in his hair. Izuku became the symbol of peace, being loved by all people and feared by villains. Crime dropped by 95% due to the great deeds done by the green-haired boy. Our protagonist is happy. He finally lived in peace and could live like that forever. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.